Hey, if you just look out for those mirrors, man, they can be tricky. Boy,
Oh, did the hammering come through when I did it on my table?
yeah,
little
a little bit.
Oh man, that was the highlight, man.
It
Oh.
did with your voice because you also did like.
Oh, okay, good. I was just telling the guys in the other session about my 32nd birthday, or no, 30th birthday.
When you said 30-second, I don't know why my mind thought, damn, your birthday was only 30 seconds long.
Yeah, no. I had 32nd in my head because we're at the section 32
With
today.
30 seconds of birthday.
Is it 32? I thought it. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
This group's so goofy. Love it.
Hell yeah, border.
Oh shit! Wait, I thought I was like one of the only old people here. I turned 30 in October.
No,
I
you're
don't feel
young.
bad.
You don't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
bad, yeah.
Like older people.
But we've spoken about this before, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm the youngest.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought I was younger than you. I didn't know.
Wait, is Raven 17?
What the fuck? I am not 17.
Where did
He's
that
mid-20s,
come
man.
from?
I hope
Mid-20s.
no one in this is anyone in this group 17.
We had a 17-year-old.
I wish I was
we did
17,
have
man.
we did have
Actually,
17.
he was
We've
younger
made,
than 17.
we've made some jokes, guys.
Ludwig was a freshman in high school. I didn't realize that when he initially joined.
There is this one person who joined back when D&D was played in person. Their name was Megan, and it was so funny because we had to control the jokes because we're like, all right, we can't say that one today, guys.
That is so lame.
And there was one time where the DM was hosting a game at his house, so we had to ask for the adult permission for Megan to come over. We're like, we need your parents to sign off on this. We're not gonna have the cops come because we have a minor in the house. And their uncle came and picked him up and dropped him off, and it was chill. But we're like, okay, just make sure this is written down somewhere. We don't want this to be a problem.
I didn't really knew anyone when I was 17, transition into 18. So I guess that's good.
I mean, I played D&D with some old people when I was it's about 17 or 18, because there's a comic book shop that I went there to get comics from, and I saw people playing, and I said, hey, I could join. And they're playing they're playing 3rd edition D&D.
3.5, right?
Yeah, they're playing like it wasn't Pathfinder. It was literally 3rd edition. Or something. What was it? It was
No, 3.5e was out for a long time. It was a really, really fun system.
okay.
But
And
really
there's one guy who
complicated.
played a psychic who like had to be like, I could do everything. You want me to summon something? I can summon something. You want me to fight close or fight far away? He had like a whole goddamn book on every ability he had. He's always showing off.
That's
How old
cool.
were you?
I was either 17 or 18 because it was when I came out to Arizona, and I came out to Arizona when I was 17 because I was on the lower bracket for age for college. Because pretty much my mom let me start a year early, and I could have waited a year, and I would have been the oldest kid in class, or I could have started maybe the youngest kid in class. So she had me start early.
That's cool.
But it was chill. One time though, my mom said, "Hey, Aaron, I know like you feel like you're the young kid. If you want, you can repeat 6th grade." And I said, "Mom, there is nothing worse than being the kid who repeated a grade because no one will believe my excuse."
Yeah.
It's like we're too far in now. I'm not repeating a grade just so I'm not the youngest kid anymore. But it did almost get me in trouble. Sorry, real quick. Last thing, it almost got me in trouble for psychology, because in college my class required us to do experiments for the school, just like see how experiments are ran. But you had to be 18 to be a part of an experiment. So I had to rush through all 3 of my experiments for the entire semester at the very end of of it because I finally hit 18 in October, and I had October until November to finish all my exams. I mean, all of my tests.
Jesus.
Awful.
That sucked. Sorry, yes, you were saying?
I was the oldest in primary school, but then in high school I was the youngest.
That works too. Cool. I only feel older because I'm like, damn, it's been years since school, and that felt like all of my life, and now it's over. That just feel really weird when like some old 50-year-old guy's like, my time's back in high school. I'm like, god damn, dude. Okay, you got nothing else that happened over the past 30 years.
Yeah.
That's your life when you play D&D.
Yeah, but I guess. But D&D's fun. You get a bunch of funny events that happen. A lot of dumb things and a lot of good things. Speaking of that group I played with back when I was 17, it's a good thing I wasn't a girl when I joined that group because I realized after a few months why we had no female players in the group.
Aha.
Oh, jeez.
It was because the DM was a certifiable creep.
Oh.
Oh, no.
And like I didn't know until I invited one of my friends and said, "Hey, why don't you come play a game with us?" And she did, and she was chill. But she's like, "I'm not gonna come back to that group anymore." And I never asked. I was like, "Okay, maybe she just didn't like D&D." And then I found out. I was like, "Oh damn."
It's one of those ones. I've seen a lot of the when they read out aloud the Reddit stories about when fade to black should be fade to black and the DM goes on a rant or a player goes on a rant about the whole thing, is everyone else is just like, yeah. I
just felt worse. I never even asked her about it. She just never told me. But I mean, I was like, "Hey, was that why you left?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why didn't you just tell me?" She's like, "Why didn't you want to ruin the group you had with people you knew?" And you said it was your only table. I'm like, "You should have told me that."
I would definitely not like to be on a table with someone like that.
And like, just no one knew until like all of a sudden,
Oh,
like,
you
"Hey,
best leave
game
this
got
game then,
canceled."
Kaz, because Mia is a certified creep.
Why?
She has bugs.
I'm just joking.
She has
Jesus.
bugs, man.
You're like,
Have you heard the noises her spells make when she clicks them? They're creepy sounding noises.
Yeah.
makes you think of Animorph. The
Well,
books.
should tell you guys this. She recorded those sounds herself. I didn't put those in there.
Yeah, she doesn't
Really?
record them. She makes them with her mouth as she clicks the spell. She's like,
She just goes.
So now I gotta worry about Icarus when I sleep and Keekly when I sleep. I'm just gonna get my own tent
Yeah,
now.
but we've got all of them.
just get a padlock for the bedroll and just like seal it when you go to bed.
Icarus goes to bed safe and sound because there's nothing creepier than him.
Right, Icarus doesn't need to sleep. He's the monster that is like under the child's bed.
Or remove the curse out and throw the book in the river.
I don't think remove curse gets rid of his book. I think you need something bigger.
Yeah,
I don't know what takes. But might be plausible. Well, been 15 minutes. I think we didn't cut any more session time. If everyone is good with it.
Yeah, go ahead and start us off then, Icarus.
Okay, the last session I just.
What?
You were there.
I was here, but you're the DM. Please.
Okay. I forgot what happened. No, last session, you guys found yourselves on the precipice of the now infamous old bone grinder. You decided to press onward. Iser developed a plan to cast a foggish-like cloud to help obstruct the vision from them seeing you, but it also happened to obstruct all your vision, as you guys did not end up staying together, and it led to a combat that was a pretty long and grueling one. A lightning bolt was fired off a few times. A couple of you were turned into frogs, but it all concluded with one of the hags being defeated and the two others escaping off into what you could only assume would be the ethereal plane. But searching around the windmill, you found a hearthstone, a bag that seemed to be made of flesh, and then that's when you showed Keoklee the old megaliths that were behind the windmill itself. After spending some time there trying to cast a ritual, it seemed that it might not be the right time or something might be obstructing that from concluding. Also, a pretty big thing was finding Victor, who seemed to be pretty tortured, beat up, cut up. But after speaking with him, he had spoke to you guys about this scroll that was a teleportation circle of sorts. But when he tried to replicate it for you guys, you stopped him from going in. That is when he said he was going to head off to Barovia, and you guys were going to make your way to the town of Valaki. And that is where the session begins today, as you guys are outside the gates from the eastern front headed west, as that brings us here.
Are the gates closed?
Yeah, they are closed still.
The guards don't appear to be willing to open it, or
They would open it for you. I just
They better
wanted to
open
have
it
you
or I'll
guys
shoot their
here
heads off.
for an image. Where would you guys be headed once you got in?
There's a couple of locations I would like to go to.
Okay.
Oh wait, we should go to the. Wait, is there a church here? There's not a church here.
There is
There
There
is.
Saint Andrew's Church with a
They
skull.
gotta fix my curse, not the
Mm.
werewolf curse, but the other curse. I
It's
got two
only
curses.
that.
do you have 2 curses now?
Yeah.
It's
The
8
other one
hours,
only
Aaron.
lasts 8 hours.
8 hours,
Aaron.
dude.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. My
Oh,
bow's
yeah,
not.
it'll be gone after a few hours.
Okay, I wasn't sure how long my bow arm was messed up.
Okay.
Well,
So-
we do have a few things that we have completed once out and about in the world. I do believe that we found Scran's daughter, and of course, Emil was nowhere to be found, but he may be alive. So I think we should go and tell Scran about that his daughter is safe. Lulikia.
The werewolf dictatorship was also taken care of, so Solikia will be safe
And
from now on.
I do think he will be happy to hear that. And in your bag as well, Aaron, you have the potion from the fountain of.
Oh
Crest.
yes, we have to deliver that to the lady from the potion store that I always forget her name.
Avencia. Avicenna. I don't know how you...
Hmm.
Close enough. So coming inside of the town, you guys know that it is about 5 o'clock in the evening now. Many of the shops are setting down, but the people now, as you see them, they don't seem to be fake smiling. Everyone just seems to be acting how you might see natural people act, rather than the kind of facade that they had put on when you guys had first arrived in the gates. But you're able to arrive to Scran's, and he seems to be closing down for the day. But on seeing you guys, he says, Do you bring good news? Quick, come in.
On our way there, though, I want to approach to one of the citizens, grab him
Okay.
by the shoulders, and say, "All's well, huh? All's well, huh?" And then continue as just nothing happened.
I just say I apologize for the madman. He's off his meds.
I just try to look like I don't know him.
Yeah.
I'm facing the other
Just
way,
turn the
looking at like a
opposite way.
newspaper stand, like browsing.
It's this guy.
But you arrive in with Scran and Zella here. Oh, welcome in, Mia.
How do you go,
Hello.
Mia?
Sorry, sneaking in.
You're good.
We
Hope
just
everything's
start.
all right. We just started basically.
How's everything?
Yeah, it was a surprise, like emergency thing, so yeah. But so far she's doing good, so that's
Okay,
good.
good to hear.
Keep us good.
So just to recap, Mia, we're just heading into Valaki, and we are going to finish up a few of the quests that we have in this town.
Yeah,
Are we going to be allowed back into Valaki?
All is well.
All is well, okay.
One's dumb enough to try to stop me.
Well, who's the
Okay.
best friend of Scran? Isn't that you, Raven?
Do you,
I mean-
bring good news?
We have good news. There was someone who took charge of, and I look around, make sure there's no customers in there, right?
No, he was just about to close up. He saw you guys
Okay.
coming down the street and waited to pull you guys in before they closed.
Someone else had taken charge of the pack, and they were being a bad influence. So they met an untimely end, and now the pack is free to act as it will. They're thinking of negotiating a peace treaty with the wargs of the mountains. Both your daughter and son-in-law, they're both healthy and well.
So, Zuliki and Emil, they're both alive? You spoke to them?
They're both alive. We spoke to them. They were well when we got there, and they were weller when we left. And they said that they would be more than happy to honor your next arranged meeting time together.
To be
Do you
fair,
know
Emil
that you're
wasn't too well.
actively deceiving him right now, Raven?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Are they not okay?
I will just go
What's
for
wrong
it.
with
I will go for
Oh.
it. I mean,
Who
Emil
fucked
was
with my
nowhere to be
quest
found.
people?
Emil was
I'm
nowhere
gonna
to be
hug
found.
him.
Which one of you did it?
Wait, I'm also gonna hug him. I say I'm part of the family now too.
What?
Nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, I guess technically.
Yeah, because you guys had spoken to Zelikia, but Emil was still nowhere to be seen.
We have not found Emil, but your daughter is alright. Emil, what we heard is that left the cave and has never been since.
He did get driven off, did he not? By. Give me a second.
Dimitri,
Okay.
Emir,
Kirill, thank you.
Kirill.
Thank you myself. Kirill drove him off, I believe. But he's not. They haven't seen his body or anything, so it might still be on the release.
Well, at least Zulikia is okay. We worry about our daughter. I trust Emil. He's strong, he's tough.
If he
But-
didn't join the dictatorship of Kirill, I'm sure he's a good man.
Well, he was the leader of the clan. He
Fair enough.
gave it to Skinnis, and Kirill, he had bad energy with him when we heard about him, just based off of what we were told. But a deal is a deal, and he goes into the back room, and you see him just unveil a cloak and pull it off of the mannequin. Is going to be some studded leather armor, as promised.
Tips.
Wasn't it a studded +2?
It's studded, yeah, but I didn't want to say studded +2 leather armor that he hands you.
He
Tips.
takes it off the mannequin. You see how it hugs the mannequin with +2.
Yeah.
How would you know?
Is my mic popping? For anyone
Yes,
else?
it is. It is popping off.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Popping off.
See, Bo, only I was polite enough to let you know.
Yeah.
What do you want? Inspiration?
Well, I just want you guys to. Can you still hear me? Hold up.
Yes.
Is it popping?
Yeah.
Say some stuff, especially stuff with lots of P's. Like give us some Peter Piper, Pick the Pepper type shit.
Hold up.
That is worthy of an inspiration, saying that without twisting your tongue.
Do it 5 times fast and I'll be impressed. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
But do you know the whole rhyme?
I'm just googling it now because I don't know the whole thing.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking impressive.
That is impressive. I know what you do
Okay,
in
can
the
you
evenings.
guys hear me better?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us some
Little
peas,
pop.
though.
Beep pop, beepity poop pop, bippity.
Alright, I think it's fixed now.
Oh, some scabbing.
I'm surprised there wasn't more poop in that.
I would never stoop so low.
He said it once.
Did he? Wow, I
Yes.
can't believe you stooped that low.
I can't believe I said poop.
And now,
I did it again.
body mouth.
All right.
I am just letting you know I'm out. I'm leaving the game. This is not an appropriate environment.
Jeez.
Well, shit.
Can we go in private chat and talk about this? Okay, depending on who takes it, I sent
I take it.
2 versions of it to the chat. So one of
Okay.
them's a feminine looking one, and one of them's more masculine.
100% Enz is taking one of these.
There's only one.
There's only one.
Enz is taking it.
Is that everyone cool with that?
I am not going to change out of my chainmail, so
I have taken a lot of stuff that we have come into, so I will not fight for it.
Yeah, it's mine.
is
I kind of know what the feminine one looks like, though.
Is what?
I don't. Let's see. It's studded leather.
Mm-hmm.
So it's light armor with a base 12. Plus 2 is 14, plus dex modifier. Up to infinity. But
Hey, nah. Don't try to change your mind.
that's 19 AC
No.
for, I think.
No, I don't want it. So I've got 20 AC with my. I'm happy with my loud ass chainmail.
Awesome. Mine.
Don't studded leather has a limit of 3? Like
No.
base plus
That's
just
the male
Light
version.
armor doesn't
Yeah,
have
I
that.
don't
It's
think-
medium armor.
Yeah.
Plus 2.
Hey, where's the
Oh,
items thing?
okay.
Huh?
Wait, how do we
Raven
see?
doesn't need it.
Yeah, that's one thing I was wondering.
Nah, it's mine. I'm mine.
It's up to you guys. Sorry, then I don't want it.
Wait, where is it? Gotta look.
It's in your inventory under equipment.
Oh, you put it in my group. Okay, so I wasn't sure where. That's why I was looking in the wrong spot.
I will just say, if you die, I call for the armor.
Oh yeah, nothing's hitting me now.
All right.
I now have the same AC as my pet. That's
So
just
that
kind of sad.
boosted your AC 1.
See, I can be 19 or 21.
Could have boosted someone to 17, but
Oh, I have better than my pet now. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna swing things out with my sword now, guys.
okay. What are you guys doing next?
It really depends. I mean, do we want to go to the potion store and give them the crest water, or do we want to go revive
Yeah,
Nikolai Baxter, perhaps?
Let's just
Um,
potion. Let's drop it off.
I'd say first deliver everything we have to, and then talk to the people we have yet to see how they're doing.
So, given the time of day it is, you would know that many of the shops are now closing up as it is about 5.
And they close it up.
Early?
The 9 to 5, man.
Well, let's try to knock on the lady's door. She might live at her shop.
Maybe.
We
We'll
left.
just rush. I want to run
We
over.
left the Voctors with at the church. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And the church is open past 5, yeah?
Yeah. So we should go to the potion shop first, then, if we can get there before she closes.
Oh, we also want to stop by the inn. We can do that. We can go there last because the bar should always be open, so we can find out if there's any dangerous monsters nearby I can kill.
We gotta
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to Rudolph. Rudolph, the vampire hunter that we know the name of.
All right.
He's there.
You're able to catch Anya.
Wow.
As she opens up for you, says, "Yes."
You got mail. I'm gonna say that. You got mail.
You've brought the water.
Yes.
Good. This is good.
Icarus, please go over there. Please. We're in the potion store. How much are you trying to destroy in here?
I don't think anything will happen to the potions.
Interesting. I'm just kidding. Okay. So she comes out after a little while, and she brings you this potion that inside of it just is this large thumb that almost takes up the entirety of it, and there's a fingernail on it. And she says, "Here, if you drink this, you'll be as strong as a giant, the ones that live in the clouds. It does not last forever, but it'll at least be something."
Just to
Eyes are-
clarify, do you have to drink the fingernail as well, or is that like you take that out and then you drink what's left of not the fingernail?
The fingernail is part of it.
Part of the crunch. Extra.
Like
Do
it's
you-
like the worm at the bottom of the tequila bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think you meant a drink though.
No, you eat it.
What the fuck?
It's okay.
People are cooked in the
Never been
head,
to a bar.
man.
Yeah, you're supposed to eat it. It's like the most concentrated, like fuck your brain shit. Pure alcohol.
Yeah, you've talked us into giving you the potion. It's fine, Mia. You can take this creepy ass potion eating fingernail bullshit. I don't want it.
It's like, okay, let's make it a little nicer. It's like eating the fruit in the oh, just a brain fart. What the fuck is the drink with the fruit
Tequila.
and the wine?
Oh.
A smoothie.
No.
You're so mad.
Sangria.
that I would
It's
dare
eating
to suggest it.
Oh.
She's
it's
like,
eating
no!
the fruit out of the sangria.
No, and you know
Smoothies
that's
are not
right.
alcoholic. Usually, smoothies are usually not alcoholic. But sangria is just a whole bunch of fresh fruit put like mixed with wine.
All right.
And you just keep adding more liquor into it with the same fruit, or like the fruit in like a bathtub punch that sits in alcohol for like 12 hours, and then you eat that fruit.
Yeah. I've had it. Really
It's
good.
like absinthe cherries.
Yeah, like absinthe cherries.
I want to fuck. No. That...
Which ingredient are you gonna find
Whoa!
in this
I don't
potion?
That
think
is
she,
not- that is
I don't
not what
think
I
she
wanted
sells
to
that
do.
potion. Okay.
That's not what I wanted to say. Something happened that made me say that second word, but no.
Oh god, that's
Um,
more than a fingernail bow. That's a whole fucking thumb.
Oh, he said it was a whole finger.
Jesus
Guys,
Christ.
Why are you whining? Okay, we already ate the pies. I'm like, hey,
No,
lady,
No.
lady, you want a pie?
Only you ate the pie.
Lady, you want a pie?
You have been eating the pies.
I asked her if she wants a pie.
Don't
you
eat that pie, ma'am.
It's really good.
I
When you
wasn't
eat
going
one,
to. What does
when
it
you
do?
eat, it's
He
really
rubbed his
good.
ass on it, so it gives you
No,
pink pie.
it's a really good pie.
Listen to the tone of his voice. You know that that's not a good pie. Please don't eat it. Spare
Eat the
yourself.
pie.
Ends. You know, if she eats the pie, that's one less for you.
I have so many. But do we not find more pies when we took out the hags?
Yeah, you would have found some.
How many more?
We'll say 10 pies.
Oh,
And these
fuck
ones
yeah.
on the top of them, you see little flaky specks of what you can only assume is skin. And more evidently, it seems to be Victor's. But they did it in a way that it looks like some sort of topping that you'd put on a dessert.
You guys know what the best part is? I have a bag of holding. These pies will stay fresh.
I think it keeps them
It's not a
fresh.
refrigerated bag.
It's an empty
You need a
pocket.
bag of chilling. I think.
Yeah. It's a specific thing, yeah. There's like specifically a refrigerated bag of some kind.
There's like no oxygen. Like they're gonna last longer. It's like air bags. It's like bag sealed. Yes, bag sealed.
It has air in it though. It has 1 hour worth of air.
Yeah, but then it runs out, so it's still bag sealed.
I wanted to say one,
But the pie's not using the air.
but I am running out of gold, so I don't think I will buy in anything.
Okay.
Where did I put the
Oh,
pies?
damn.
Yeah, I'm kind of broke too, but
Yeah, because you wasted the early morning pies.
it was a worthy. Yeah, I got 28 pies. I would have ate one this morning. I got 27 pies left.
And 1 pie dish.
Like when we finish this grand mission, you all are gonna have a pie with me, okay?
No. Well, maybe. Depends.
That didn't take much convincing at all. Okay.
To the turn.
Next, St. Andros. Okay. Boom, 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 bada, boom, bada, boom. My mouse is, I think, dying on me. Keeps moving really slow. Oh, you don't see shit. Okay, give me.
No, we see. Okay.
Dun 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 dun
No,
dun dun
there's,
dun
like-
dun dun dun.
Not a map. I don't know where it went. Boo. Let there be light. So you arrive at the church. The doors are open. It seems to be lit up. As standing out front is not Irina and old Icarus and Father Petrovich, but they were just on the map. But you're able to arrive in. There's a few people that are praying in the pews. You see Irina's kind of hurrying back and forth between the pews, and what are
Is
you
it
laughing at? Okay, but Father Petrovich doesn't seem to be in the center area in the nave.
We need to talk to the kids that we left in here, anyways, not the father specifically.
Okay.
Are them around?
Yeah, you're able to find them. They're off in a room that it seems like it used to be an office of sorts, but they put the tables on top of one another and tried to make a little room as they don't want to go back home at the moment. But inside you find one of the brothers there with their dad, and their sister is kind of off in the corner of the room. Seems to be just licking her wrist and then kind of putting it back on her head.
That, you mean the one with the copper coins on the eyes,
Yes, he's the one laying down. One of and the brother is in the room.
yeah? Hey, Raven, do you still have that sculpture that talks to dead people? Yes?
I think so, yeah.
We can use his skills in here.
Would that be frowned upon? Is that something that people just sort of do?
We can ask everyone to leave the room while we perform the interrogatory.
Yeah, then I guess we could see how that goes.
Okay.
Good evening, kids. We need the room for ourselves and your father just for some minutes. Nothing will happen. And if you don't obey, there might be consequences. So get out.
Come on, Nicholas, be nice to the kids.
Watch who
Poor
you're
kids.
talking to. I'm older than you.
I'm talking to the kids, not the
Oh.
Father Petrovich.
I guess technically you look old as shit, but your character is not actually that old. But so the son probably wouldn't say that. So he leaves, just kind of giving you a pissed off look. But the daughter is a cat. She kind of hisses, says, "If you've ever tried to catch a cat before that doesn't want anything to do with you, you know how that goes." But she eventually scurries off out of the room.
Oh, I was going to use my plastic spray bottle that I used to feed my houseplant.
As
Go
it's
ahead.
just you guys now alone in the room.
I will take off the little stone head of a dwarf man that I thought I knew, but it turns out I only kind of knew. I will place him on a slightly high vantage point so that he can see the body, like a shelf or something. I'll like move an urn or something, put him on a shelf. And desperately scrolling up in my personal channel to find this guy's name.
Busty.
Nikolai
like-
Vashter?
Nikolai, yeah.
No, not Nikolai. Alaric, the
Alaric,
name
yeah,
of the dwarf I'm about to
Yeah,
address.
yeah.
But knowing the name
Oh.
of the dead guy is good to know as well, I guess. Alaric, please could you do the thing that you explained that you can do where you can talk to dead people? Like, when you do that, will we be able to talk to them too? Or is it just you have a conversation with them and then you report back with what you've learned?
I suppose you could ask me what you want me to ask him.
Oh, how many questions are we allowed?
Just 5.
Shit, do they have to be like yes, no, or can they be open-ended? Any kind of...
You ask him anything. And sometimes they don't give you what you want.
Okay.
I'd say one of the must-ask questions is, how did you die?
Yeah, maybe we should discuss the questions, like if any of us have any suggestions or ideas before we get started, so we're not just asking stupid questions on a whim.
Was that your
Waste.
first question, Keekley?
This is gonna be the D&D scene.
5 people,
No,
Well,
one
I'm not
there's-
question
asking
each.
I'm not asking a question. I'm making a statement.
Okay, that's Keekley's second question. I was going to say that because there's 5 of us, we get 1 question each.
That's fine.
That's your third question. Keekley can't have all the questions.
That's statements.
I got my question done, so I would
I-
say
What do you want him to be asked?
I'll just type it in the chat so we can all have one.
What the fuck is the chat?
Sorry. So, my question would be Ravensworm. Who killed him? Or
Okay.
what
be
killed them is
answering
possibly better.
That would be included in how did you die. Well, I guess he could say a dagger in the heart, but not reveal who. Yeah, fair
Mhm.
enough.
How did you die? I stopped breathing.
Yeah, we'll ask how did you die first, and then if he says heart attack, we won't ask who killed you.
Yeah, but then maybe what if the heart attack was an onset of someone?
Or maybe were you
Poisoning.
killed?
I feel like if you knew you were poisoned, you would lead with "I was poisoned" when you
Mm.
get asked
Mm.
how did you die.
I would say were you killed would answer how did he die and who killed him. Well, I guess he could answer yes, I was killed, but not reveal who.
I want to ask him, do you have any unfinished business? He might want us to like deliver something or tell someone something.
This person is under gentle repose, and we can revive him with kick.
Yes. If
Well,
we have a
if we can bring him
diamond.
back, why don't we just do that?
Maybe he's evil, and we'll just do. I don't know.
Okay, so first question, are you evil?
We'll kill him again. Yeah, we bring him back. He's a dick. We'll kill him again.
I would not be able to do it until the morning, and we need 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds for this spell to be successful, for me to be able to bring him back.
We have
That's
more than that.
I don't know if we can afford to bring this guy back then.
We have a box made of diamonds worth a whole lot of gold coins.
Who has that?
You stole it from the Vistani.
He doesn't know that.
I don't think yeah. I don't think Mia knew that. I don't remember that.
I remember it, but
Plus,
it was outside the character. It was-
I would ask, how much is a
Uh,
Strahd coin worth?
2 gold
once
coins.
again, they are worth 2 gold pieces.
Oh.
And I was thinking about that earlier because I can't change it in the coding. I can't change it to say Strahd coins, but just make Electrum Strahd coins. That might be an easy way to track them.
I've just put them as gold in my sheet. I'm
Oh,
imagining
that works too.
because you have gold which are 1 gold. Like you know, like you have a $1 bill and a $10 bill. It's the same thing. It's just the Strahd ones are worth double.
Yeah,
It's like a
which is-
denomination rather than different currency. So we've got how did you die? Do you have any unfinished business? Potentially who killed you? What other questions do you want to ask?
No, I want to change mine for who did you worship, in case it was a Strahd follower.
I mean, you could make that. I mean, who did you worship? That could be. I mean, what are your thoughts on Strahd? Tell me
Maybe,
all
yeah.
your thoughts on Strahd, because I'd really like to meet him.
Do you know that your wife has a cult in the basement? That's a decent one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you know about your wife's cult? But are they obligated to answer? Because I wouldn't
No.
answer that if I was
They are
dead.
not.
Nope.
They're not obligated to answer truthfully.
Well,
Okay, so we'll ask him, did you know your wife is running a pro-Strahd cult in the basement? And if he goes, what the fuck? Then he didn't. And if he goes, I'm not going to answer that, then he did know.
Does Son of
Okay.
Truth work on Speak with the Dead? I mean, that's the question.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I'd let you do that.
Yeah, but I'm out of spell slots and I can't do it until the morning. It was just a thing that would be cool. I know for the future.
All right. So you guys
We
got
are
your
ready
questions?
to. Yeah.
Okay. Alaric tells you guys to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say that's actually an interesting thought, because Zone of Truth requires you to answer truthfully, assuming that you fail the roll, but you can choose not to answer instead of telling the truth. But with Speak with Dead, they're compelled to answer the question.
They're compelled to answer, and they'd also be compelled not to lie, but their answer can be, I'm not comfortable answering that. And that's not wrong, but it's also
Yeah.
still an answer.
That's true. That's true.
And I wonder if the second half of that then would maybe override that, like the hostility and enemy thing. I don't know.
Guys, here's the way we should do it. The first question should be my question, and I'm just gonna ask him where everybody like his remains to be buried, so he can rest in peace. That way, he's not gonna be a dick to us, hopefully.
Would you like to be resurrected?
No, because we can't do that. It's too expensive.
Well, that's not a.
You just. Sorry, go ahead.
We don't want to resurrect him anyway, so like, let's not give him false hope. Let's just say, hey, you're gonna die. I mean, you already died, but we can at least make sure you're buried, and in a respectable manner.
That's a good
It's
question. Does he want to come back? Good one there, because
So are we gonna blackmail him?
no, it's. This is made again. If he doesn't want to come back, he's not coming back. Even
What if he does? Then we're screwed.
We can't bring him back even if he wants to, so we're best to not ask him if he wants to.
Yeah, because if he says yes, and then we say we're not doing it, then he's not gonna answer anything.
I got a great question for you, Raven.
The spell before you ask the question, the spell says that the corpse cannot learn any new information. So if we tell him that we're gonna resurrect him, it's like nothing's changed within him.
No, I mean he's still gonna be able to know what we asked him 5 seconds ago. But learning new information means like he wouldn't be able to learn abilities or spells or stuff like that. But he's still gonna know, hey, I asked you a question 5 seconds ago. It's not short-term amnesia.
Go ahead, Iser.
You might want to ask him about the deed that I don't know that you have, Raven. That might be a good one. if you want to know more about that house.
I mean, maybe that'll come under his unfinished business, but I do. That's a good question. I don't know if we have room for it amongst
Yeah.
stuff that matters more to him and to the group.
I think we're ready to go then.
Okay. Raven, or Busty tells Raven to get some incense burning and make sure that. What?
Before this spell begins, I want to ritual cast comprehend languages in case he starts sucking in another language that we don't understand.
Okay. Yeah, how this works, I'm just gonna let you guys ask questions that you guys came up with as we get to them. So I'm assuming we can go in order how you guys wanted, but each person will get their one question. That way I don't have to read it off to him. It can be like more of a natural conversation.
Yep.
You're up first, Dance.
It's a good question.
We have not used the question mark.
Is he
in
moving?
any
Is he
sentence
croaking?
yet.
Yeah, as the spell gets cast and his eyes light up just like Baldur's Gate and he floats up into the air, you can speak to him.
Like, so, buddy, you're dead, but we
Yes.
here want to make sure. That's not even a question. We're not even doing that. Like,
With 3
you're-
questions in, oh god.
you are dead, and I would like to at least make sure that you are buried in a respectable manner for the short life you have lived. So where would you like your remains to be placed?
Behind my home.
I will make sure that they are buried behind your home with honor. That was my
Make him talk more like this.
You better shut up. I swear to God, I will punt you.
Okay.
But step back.
I am next, so I will ask him. Were your death natural causes or a murder?
Poison.
He's so vague.
Outside the group, I was saying.
Question.
any-
Oh, it's hard.
Is just outside from the letter that I received. It's the poisoning people runs in this family on the women, and we already know that Leo was poisoned by the late relative of Lady Vashtor. So
And
they
Leo
like
is the
to poison
guy
people.
up here on the fountain, yes?
No,
Was it not?
no, that was Strahd's brother, his other brother. Leo was his stepbrother.
Ah, okay.
I will. Am I next, Raven?
Oh, I think it's my one, then yours.
Okay.
You have any unfinished business you would like us to help you fulfill?
Keep Stella away from Fiona.
Done.
Keep her safe.
Just taking notes. Do you know whom it was that poisoned you?
Fiona poisoned me after I found out what happened with Stella.
We should ask what happened with Stella. Why didn't we think of that?
We have one question left, Kiyokli. It's entirely up to you.
What
Interested. Okay.
did Fiona do to Stella?
grooming her with dark magic to lead some cult. And with that, he just drops down back to the floor.
What? So, was Stella some sort of? I'm not trying to ask anything to the body, just talking to the party. Was Stella some sort of sacrifice so the cult could work?
I did believe what she meant was that she was going to take over as the leader of the cult once her mother passed away. So she was making her like the leader of the cult in the future. And I take it Stella might not have gone along with this, as she's now.
I wonder what this grooming would have entailed that prompts her to think that she is a cat.
I believe that this might be the punishment for not going along with her mother. I don't see the benefit of being a cat.
That's quite strange.
The question is, what kind of magic ritual was made? And how can we undo it?
Do we have...
Maybe. Yeah.
It would be 10 days before we could speak to Nikolai again. I wonder if there's any way that we can repair Stella's sanity.
If this was caused by magic, it should be able to be dispelled, but I don't think any of us in here is capable of doing such a thing yet.
I mean, can you at least find out? Or we already did in the past sessions. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I dropped a little hint that you guys needed something a little bit greater to restore her mind.
Mm-hmm.
And the lesser restoration wouldn't do this at all.
No.
I believe we tried it and
to
it did not
restore.
work. It didn't do anything.
But out of these cities, which abbot would have the capacity to do this? We have been to Barovia, we have been to this town, and as I understand it, Father... Is it Petrovich in this town, or is it...
Yeah.
Petrovich is not able to do this, but I do believe that the abbot in Kresk was more powerful. But we have not met him.
I remember Ance's pet having a leg cut off, and then the card reader from the Vistani camp made it grow back. Don't know if that's the greater type of magic that we require.
It may be. I don't think there's anything we can do for her for right now. It's a shame.
All right. What? Standing there talking, eventually for a while, knocking on the door, you hear from behind it, "Is that you guys? You've come back?" As you hear the familiar voice of Irina.
You may come in.
And she does. Well, What has happened?
Been venturing a lot and doing good for the people of other towns as well. Trying to unravel this dark veil that has set upon Barovia.
Yes, it's very hard. Since you guys left, Vasily, he decided not to take up leader, but he gave it off to, what's her name? Lydia.
Lydia, why does that sound familiar?
The burgomaster's wife.
Just wife.
Ah, shit.
It
But
runs in the
wait.
family.
The wife was not aware. Never mind.
How is it going so far with the leadership in town? Are they still doing the rituals?
No, I mean more so like in the place of nobody stepping up. Irina makes it sound like Lydia has taken the place of kind of an impromptu leader for the time being.
Okay.
Is she still having festivals?
There have been no festivals as of late.
How's the general feeling in town? How's the people of Valaki taking it? Are they still being prosecuted for speaking out against the burgomaster or the former burgomaster? Or...
No, but things are definitely weird. There's been just quiet talks. People don't know what to think.
Do you
There's some
need
that do not like the changes.
Do you need her killed?
Icarus, why would you even suggest such a thing?
Maybe
need her
something
gone?
bad was arriving, so under serious circumstances, serious matters have to be taken. Serious actions have to be taken.
I do not think it warrants that.
Okay, we understand.
So it's not that bad. Okay, let's
I'll,
just get a
I'll look at
general-
Icarus. Don't worry, Icarus. We'll take a look at it.
Yes, I've been staying here during the day, and then when it gets late, Vasily has a room for me. I've been staying with him.
And he's just taking care of his usual business.
Yes, he helps out around town, and yeah, he is a busy man. Many meetings.
You think there's
Maybe
anything we
have
could have
better-
done better for the town?
Yeah.
I don't think that is for me to say.
Well, somebody's gotta say it. No one does.
I
Wait, the
don't.
church guy. That's the church guy. Hey, buddy, what do you think should be done for the town?
I don't know what can be done. What do you suggest?
Well, I don't live here yet. Okay, ask the boy. Boy, what would you do if you were in charge?
Free beer.
You are too young to drink.
He's not that. How young do you guys think he is?
Like
At this
16.
point, I mean, 16 probably in the mid-ages you can drink. I don't
Let
think
me
it's
show
18
you
years.
his.
I'm thinking like 16 years old, like a young like a young kid learning about
This
the
is
church.
the dude that you keep
Yeah.
calling kid and telling.
Okay,
Well,
I
according to
still-
Hans, he's young, right? You're 400.
still a
so
kid.
That's
to
true.
me.
That's true.
Okay, you can drink. Hey, kid, do you want a pie?
Oh, don't give
Yes. I'll
Don't
take a
don't,
pie.
don't eat that pie,
Here.
kid.
Guys, shut
Why?
up. It's a good
He-
pie.
He spits in it every morning. That's his spitting pie.
I don't.
Okay,
Do you have any
buddy.
not spinning pies?
Yeah,
He
I do.
doesn't.
I do. Here's the other. Here's the non-spitting pie.
Thank you.
No,
Is
that's
he-
his toilet pie.
No, there's no way you fall for this guy. Okay, look at it. This is preem. I had this pie. It's less than 2 days old. Eat it.
Pie
It's
and a
good.
glass of wine sounds nice.
I
No,
have
don't
more.
eat that pie, guy. I'm trying to warn you, please.
Thank you, he says as he just takes a bite. And as he does, you see the
Jesus
eyes
Christ.
just roll back in his head. He drops the pie, and he's almost just in this state. But you see the largest smile on his face.
Can I catch the pie?
You can catch it with your mouth, but nothing else.
That was good pie you just wasted.
And then after a little bit, he comes back and says, "What? That was delicious. That was the best pie I've ever had. Please."
See? There, you dropped it. Eat it off the floor, okay? You don't waste the pies.
Where did you get this?
Can't tell you.
It's a place.
They're out of
I have to
business.
have more.
They're out of business permanently.
That was the most exquisite delicacy I'd ever had.
Ezra's faces.
There, see? Good pies, man. I've done a good service here.
You really shouldn't be feeding those pies to the general public.
Well, the general public, but this is the Burgomaster's son.
Whatever realm you come from, man.
I just don't think you should be feeding them pies to anyone.
All right, and you see the cat eventually comes back in. Well, I say cat, but Stella, and she kind of grinds her side up along your guys' legs as she seems a little bit happier now, and she goes and just licks up some of the pie that was sitting on the floor.
Oh, Jesus Christ, stop. Don't eat that. Bad cat. Bad cat.
And she does the same thing. She kind of falls on her side and this stands with her arms forward like paws as you see her eyes just drift back with a large smile on her face.
Does that make her act a little bit more like human, or stays like that?
It's almost like a dog when you catch it having like a dream, and she's just kind of kicking her legs as a cat, or yeah, before coming back.
I think there's something more than just meat on those pies.
You already know this. You know what's wrong with the pie.
Look in your bag and ask me what's wrong. Tell us what's wrong with the pies, Icarus.
I pick out the no. They might.
He's eating his own brother's skin. That's right. Right?
No.
No, not the Burgomaster's kid. This is the Watcher House's kid.
Yeah,
Oh.
these are Wachter kids.
Wachter House.
Of course.
All right.
Doesn't make it much better.
No, it really doesn't.
It definitely does not. I would say upon the sight of watching this cat and this boy eat this food, it fills you guys with a bit of dread. So we'll make a dread check.
I'm gonna say we know what it is. Like, how is this good?
It's fucking
Well,
horrendous.
what do you roll for a dread check?
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Yeah.
Oh, despair check. Okay.
And of course, it's going to be the three of us that are normal people.
So wisdom saves. I wish I could request rolls when you guys aren't on this.
Do you want this to roll manually?
Actually, what if I... Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Just do like Raven did. Oh, yeah, you pass.
Wisdom save.
Yes.
Oh.
Keekly passes. Icarus pass it. You guys pass. Ends, I need you to make the save.
I'm giving him the pie.
Why are you so close to me, Icarus?
I guess that's true. Yeah, I wouldn't make you make the roll.
But he knows what's in it.
Yeah,
I'm
He
eating
knows,
it right
he
now.
knows that he's forcing someone unknowingly to be a cannibal. That just because he doesn't care doesn't mean it shouldn't be a dread check. I don't think.
Yeah, at least make my save an advantage.
Sure. Okay, roll again.
that's
Okay,
right.
okay.
Okay.
I thought you knew the
alright.
trick how to do a roll advantage.
As
Or-
you guys see the sight of this cat and the boy just scrounging for whatever pie they have, almost fighting over it between each other now, you guys are able to hold back the gags and this feeling of just disgust as you witness this. Irina says, those pies, they're terrible. Tarnished my village.
Oh, you know where they come from.
Yes, they used to sell them in Barovia.
Tarnished because they were so good, or tarnished how?
Well, it's like the woman would come in with a little cart, and one by one people would come up to buy pies, but they would come back again and again. Soon they did not have enough money to pay for it, and, well, their kids looked like a good trade for some pies, and we lost many a kid for these pies.
Wow. So people would sell their kids to buy pies.
Yeah.
That's despicable.
That's insane, and he's next level of insane if he's coming from me.
We just like take them outside and burn them. I don't think there's any good coming from feeding random commoners these horrible pies.
They get
I
up from
tend to agree
finishing
with
that
that.
pie. Do you have any more? Even the cat's looking at you, or Stella, and she's licking her lips, smiling, and kind of rubbing her head on you like she wants one.
Now I do think these pies are bad.
Now you think the pie's bad? Only now?
Yeah, because they made people go crazy for them.
You didn't notice this before? Enz has been obsessed with these pies since the first he tasted one.
The pies.
And to think I almost ate one.
Sorry, kid. There's only one pie. These are important to me.
Please, come on. Just let me lick the pan. Do you have the pan even?
Hands on the floor.
And he goes back down to it.
I'm gonna pull him off the floor. Come on, kid. It's not good for you.
Okay. Whoa. That was like the weirdest sugar rush I ever had.
That's not sugar, buddy.
What do you mean?
I
Just a
already
new
told you.
ingredient?
I already told you. He spits in it. He pisses in it. He like rubs it on his ass. It's not good pie. You don't want to
Okay.
eat that ever
Now
again.
listen. The pie wouldn't be as immaculate as it was if I did that. So you know that's a lie.
It's not immaculate.
It's immaculate. It's a pie with an unbroken crust, delicious meaty filling, an aroma that makes you scream for joy.
I think it just makes you scream.
Don't worry, buddy. The shakes will wear off in a few days, but then you'll want some more. But at least he won't go crazy.
I think Ez has been affected by the pie curse.
As he doesn't even respond, he's just licking his fingers. But Irina turns to ask you guys, so how long do you plan on staying?
Not longer. Just finish up our business here and go finish some others that we have in Kresk.
Kresk, that's... life used to be much different. But it was good to see you, and I'm glad you're all still safe.
We're happy you're safe as well. Hope you still keep that pendant on.
Of course, I never let it out of my sight.
Good.
Same with the hood that platinum-haired man gave me. What was his name? Lucian? Ludwig, yes, he gave me that hood.
Very nice. Hope that protects you well.
All right.
To the bar.
So, arriving to the Blue Water Inn, as you pass from the westward in towards the east, you see the stable first, and rather than just the one horse that was in there this time, you notice a couple carriages in there and a few more horses. And standing out front, you first see the face of a couple of the ones you had seen around the fire a few days prior from the
What fire?
vineyard.
Hmm.
As
The
it seems like they've ridden into town.
Oh.
Pleasure to meet you. We're glad you made a safe journey up here.
God damn it, I did it again. Yes, we had to leave after you guys went in there and we didn't see you for a while. Suddenly they began to leave, but in their place it was like they merged into some sort of mounds of just plant life. Just they shambled everywhere, and they just kicked us out. Basically, we had to leave for our safety. We couldn't think of anywhere to go.
Did you say they merged into one single creature?
That's what it looked like. It was like something was almost controlling them, but I don't know. There was blights, and then suddenly it was just a large amalgamation of just moss and muck and guck.
The behemoth of Yesterhill.
No,
Wait.
but that's another thing.
Oh shit, so we have to fight two big things now.
Well, the winery can wait. It's already destroyed. But the druids, they're pushing onward with their attack or with their plan, and the Wicker Man seems to be getting bigger, and with the gem now, they've been preparing some sort of ritual, it seems like.
We need to get that gem from them.
Hmm.
And we have to get it fast.
Well, if you can, that'd be great. It could be detrimental. I don't know what they plan on doing with it exactly, but it can't be good. Many of the druids, they've already felt shunned from society, and those that weren't have been hunted. They have resided at Yesterhill for a while, but something must have awoken this urgency in them.
I think we might know.
Is Kikli gonna have an issue with us killing a bunch of druids? Let's be honest. I mean, I look at you, buddy. I like you, but we gotta take out druids. Is that gonna be a problem?
Not if they're corrupted.
Awesome. Also, giant moss thing, shouldn't that be up your alley?
It could be. Certainly something I'd be interested in seeing. Perhaps I can learn something from it.
Yeah, there was a few of them. I don't know. It was almost like they were guarding the winery now, keeping us from returning now that they got what they wanted.
We do apologize for not being able to save the winery from these creatures, but
I say we definitely should go to the
Yeah,
winery
take them
first
away.
because that seems like fun.
Yes, it's going to be even worse for the people. Soon the taps will dry up. There will be nothing left to drink. And what little hope these people did have will disappear into the mists.
We did, however, notice that someone has been poisoning your wine. Why would someone do such a thing?
If I had to guess, it was the druids. We have a tight-knit family. Yeah, I'm out of character. I tried to spell it out that it was the druid that left the little vials there.
Okay.
My bad.
But why would they
But
want the people of Barovia to be without wine?
They want them to suffer like they have.
Of course.
So just spite.
I thought they were vegans. This should be a fine thing for us to drink. Plant-based drinks.
No, they've been angry for a long time, stewing on Yesterhill. I don't know much about it outside of what the few of us have seen flying around. We try not to get too close.
We'll take a look at it. We'll definitely look into this.
And then Erwin comes outside and sees you guys. Well, and he kind of gives a weird look to Davian, the older man that you were standing with. But it seems you've returned from the winery. Unfortunately, the news is not the best, but you might need some help on your journey. Will you come with me to the stables?
Sure will.
So
Alright.
he brings you into the stables, eventually up onto the loft. You see all the ravens. There's not as many this time around. The few that are there seem to be perched up around the chest. But he walks over to the chest and says, "Here." And he opens it up. And inside, he hands you guys some Strahd coins,
Mm-hmm.
2 elixirs of health. Yeah, I'll
wait.
I'll roll for the coins in a moment. 3 potions of healing. I'm gonna swap out this item because I just gave something similar to it. Well, actually, this is not gonna be in there. And yep, it was a gray bag of tricks, but I'll swap that out for something else because you guys just got
What bag of what?
a gray one.
Ah.
Unless you want to do bags quickly.
Of course I do. Are you kidding me?
I think you can only have 1 at a time, though.
I think so. Well,
She can dual wield bags of tricks.
No, I mean, like, you can only control 1 little fuzzy at a time, I think. Or it might be 3.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I mean, it'd be a damn entire zoo if she tosses out a bunch of them.
I know, yeah. I'm gonna roll something else.
once 3 fuzzy objects have been pulled from the bag can't be used again until the next dawn. But that's per bag.
We don't want Icarus to be crying because the game is crashing because there's 6 creatures on the map apart from us.
And apart from the enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll think. Well, he pulls out. Yeah, I'd rather think of something than just.
An Archmage's robes, come on.
Because what I rolled was.
Dragon Wrath weapon.
The gloves of thievery.
Wow.
Ooh!
Very nice, man. Very nice. The cursed gloves of unthirsty thievery.
I hope
Remember,
this will help you on your endeavors.
Why didn't you tell me about your family? Tell us about your family.
Things. He kind of looks around. The ravens are up there, but he just kind of gets a little quiet and says, "Things haven't been the best with my dad, more particularly lately.
No.
Just family drama."
In this
But
book
there's- They're still family. What'd you find in the book?
It's just a bunch of tales, but it does say that the were-ravens, which I assume you are because your family, one of them turned into a raven, they were the protectors of the Forest Fae, and the Forest Fae gem was handed down for you to protect.
This is true.
But was the gem lost?
Well, that's kind of where the family drama came into play. Once we figured out that it was actually at the winery, I had different plans of what we should do with it, and it kind of created a rift.
What did you want to do with it?
I said we should put it somewhere safe and guard it, not just have it out in the open.
In the Amber Temple.
What do you know of the Amber Temple?
I have just read rumors.
It is a dangerous place.
I've heard there's darkness trapped inside the Amber, and the Amber is trapped inside a temple, and the temple is beyond a wall of fire. So, for it to be that protected, it must be something big.
Many go there seeking riches or power, but not many return. And those that do, they're forever changed, and it's
Like Strahd.
usually for the worst. Yes, like the devil himself.
When you say you
There's
had
still-
the... Yeah, go ahead, Nicholas.
There's still something we have to retrieve from there.
From the temple?
Yes,
What?
a Fey gem.
You know of one?
We know
That's
there
there?
are keys scattered around. Well, this is things that have heard on dreams, read on text, heard from tongue to tongue, but there's no confirmation. But if they are lost, and one of them is somewhere where no one would look into, that's the Amber Temple.
Maybe. We have not been risky enough to send anyone to observe or go in. We're already few in number, and in fact, you should know that even for us to show you our true form, that we either have great trust or we're truly fucked. It's not something we show to anyone.
I get a
One-
feeling that it's the later.
I hope that we can prove that you've put good trust in us.
So far, it seems to be. Minus the gym being gone, but my family's safe.
You appear to know one thing or two about the Ember Temple. What perils do we have to expect if we should go there?
Well, I know that the first one you're gonna have to face are the elements themselves. Even getting there is a challenge.
It is within the mountains of Solenka Pass, isn't it?
It's deep south, yes. But outside of that, I don't know. Even trying to fly up there, the conditions are terrible.
I see. So anything that might be lurking within, you are not aware of.
No, I don't know of what could be inside. But outside, there's a large creature. They call it the Rock. It's said to have patrolled those mountains for a long while.
I appreciate the information you have.
Well, I appreciate a little bit of hope in this world.
And we appreciate your appreciation of that appreciation.
I appreciate you appreciating the appreciation of the appreciation of the appreciation.
Appreciate if y'all stop.
So, I have a question in regards to the green gem was the one you wanted.
Yes.
Why did you keep it at the winery? Did it give some special properties to the wine, or?
Maybe you could speak to my father about that.
Okay. And in this book, it said that you're protecting the forest fae. Is she still alive after all these hundreds of years?
I don't know anything about that.
That is a shame, because I know at least a couple of us would love to meet.
Yeah, I'm sorry I cannot be more help.
The help you have given is already available. Do you maybe know something about Out of character, what is the name that we found in the tower that is presumably linked to Rudolph?
It's
RR?
Esmeralda. It's his vampire hunting friend.
No, the man.
Octavio?
Oh, Octavius
but
in the
the
bar,
other-
right?
And it was Rudolph Van Richten.
Rudolph. Oh, Rudolph is the name, and Rictavio is the guy from the bar. I had mixed them up.
And they're both the
Okay.
same person.
Presumably.
Not presumably, we know. We know.
I'm gonna ask, do you maybe know something about someone called Rudolph von Richten?
No. What do you know about Rudolph Van Richten? Who is that?
I went to insight check that to see if they actually didn't know or if they are trying to see what I know.
Okay.
Insight. Wow.
He seems to be telling the truth. His face looks generally confused when you ask him that question.
Okay. Someone we've been looking for, and we might have leads upon who that is, but was looking to have some sort of confirmation if you should know something. But seems like is separate business.
Yes, I don't know as that at least, but there is quite a bit I do. But I'm sorry with those two things that I cannot be of more assistance.
We appreciate what has been handed to us, and we shall press on if our business here has concluded.
I would personally say that the father's still around. Was that Davian was the father of the Martikovs?
Yes.
And are we able to talk to him as well, or is he off the bed?
Yeah, you'd be able to talk to him. I mean, you can see that the bar is pretty full right now. People are drinking quite a bit. As you guys enter in, Davian actually ends up inviting you guys over for a drink. Drink up while we can. We don't know when we'll run out.
I will prestidigitation my drink to make it taste even better.
Okay. This is a good spot to take our bio break, though, and then we will come back.
I will prestidigitation my water to make it taste like juice.
Okay. Tear it up.
It didn't work.
You can prestidigitate the water you're drinking to taste like a banana.
By the way, all this time within the bar, I'm trying to be away from people. And if I cannot, I will just stay outside. Is that Bo Pearson?
Why do
I think
I?
that's
Yeah.
Bo Pisson. No way, he says.
No way. All the way from over there. That's insane. I'm so sorry.
Actual piss monster
That's actually
confirmed.
insane. My bathroom is like all the way in the other corner of the room.
Damn,
Is
man,
it
that's a
though?
fire
Okay.
hydrant down there.
I'm an aggressive pisser. I'm so embarrassed.
All the ladies watching us on YouTube, you know that's a man.
That is like the first time I've hot mic like that. I normally.
More of a wet mic than a hot mic.
What is a hot mic?
Oh, you must have missed it, Johan.
I did.
Johan, did you miss Bo Pisson?
He was just
You
drinking
have
some
to-
banana water, right?
Dude, you'll have to check the VOD later.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Can you
guys.
clip that and put it in the Discord soundboards? I
Good,
can
I can make a
activate
clip
it at
out
the
of
start
it.
of every break.
That's terrible.
Now we have two good clips then. We have the one where the book comes inside of Icarus.
Oh my god.
Man, that was something else.
I was like,
Yo,
could it
is somebody
be?
frying fish?
That could be another one too, yeah. And then you just say no way up in the distance.
I could not believe that you guys could hear me, because normally I can't even go in the kitchen with you guys hearing me. But I wonder, since I changed my mic settings to get rid of the popping, if it like is picking up more background
We
noise.
swapped popping for pissing. I want to
Activate the bathroom microphone. Oh shoot, no.
Terrible.
Ah. Okay.
This is about to be a mess up in here. There's a lot of people. All
A lot
right.
of targets then.
Oh, and we need to swap some images.
Right, guys, we're about to head into a target heavy area. Please keep your shots aimed at your enemies and not your allies. Looking at you, Keekly. Looking at you.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Just because you might think that Izor has the best looking body that you could possibly bring back as a zombie, we're not going to do that, are we?
But I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually,
see.
for this scene, I'm gonna be beyond the window. I'm gonna be outside the bar and just
Oh, you edgy, aren't you?
having a conversation from the other side because I don't want to go in there with all the people.
Oh wow.
So you're gonna be talking to people through the glass?
Oh, you can't.
Buddy?
We're doing charades with Icarus.
I know, yeah. 3 words. Okay, but yeah, you find the bar seems to be popping off. Many of the faces though seem to be sad faces from the Markovs.
Well, I will approach Davian and this time we're very sorry that we're save your vineyard, at least for now. We'll make sure to get back there and root those beasts out. We can once again cook up that delicious wine of yours.
That's the goal. It's travesties what has happened to all of us, uprooted, literally, forced to find a new home. I hope to go back, but things look grim.
So about your son, we've spoken to him a couple of times. Why is there
Which one?
bad blood between you guys?
Well, things just in business sometimes you have disagreements. Someone wants to take it one way, I wanted to take it another, and that's what has caused this distance between us at the moment. But we'll get through it, we always have.
I would say it probably was a bit careless to keep that Phaegium that close to the tanks of wine out in the open like that.
Well, I don't know how they would have even known about it. We kept it somewhere secluded and safe. At least what we thought was safe.
Are you
I
saying
wouldn't have think of putting a gem into a winery, personally.
Are you talking from inside a banana?
No, he's behind the glass on the other side there in the
It
bar.
stays outside, yeah.
Oh!
I can't
Jesus
breathe,
Christ.
man.
Perhaps he's wondering why he'd shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane. All right. What did you ask him?
No, I just said that, well, Iser said it was careless to put the gem in the winery, and then I said, who would have thought into looking in the winery for the gem?
That's kind of what we assumed, and honestly, I thought it was very few of us that even knew about it. But every stone gets unturned eventually, I suppose.
Do you think they were told about the location of this by someone else?
He kind of looks around, and what I think is those druids and that tree that they have on that hill, its roots spread far into Barovia. I think that with that, the druids can sense movement, they sense things, they know things with that.
If
And
we
I,
were to deal with the druids, would you also feel more comfortable if the tree was burnt down?
I think that if you're able to stop the druids, it'd probably be what's best for Barovia.
I see.
I don't know what they plan on doing, but what they have been building in preparation for, it seems like it's going to be a large event. And I believe that they plan on having their day of reckoning with Barovia.
Well, you were the protectors of the Fae. Once Strahd wanted to
Keep your voice down.
the devil.
All of this is very important. In fact, we should probably go somewhere else.
Yeah, let's go somewhere we can talk about this properly.
I do agree with that statement.
Okay. So you're gonna walk around through everyone to go upstairs or to the other part of the room, or?
The thing is, there's so many people in the bar that the moment I step out inside, someone's gonna drop. So I will try to climb my way to my room.
Then why did you shake the guy outside and ask him about everything as well?
Oh, maybe he is CR1 quarter.
Do we still have our rooms, or do we need to pay for another couple?
Irwin would have offered up rooms to you guys while you're
Oh.
speaking to him. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Damn, it's been a while since you guys have been here. Everyone's token's different. I don't like that. All right, and Davian's with you. Well, the truth of the matter is, while you might know about us, others do not. And if the devil were to find out about us and our abilities and the fact that we're still alive, he would quickly slaughter all of us. I know of it. So we must be quiet.
Hopefully no one is listening in there. I was just, like I said, downstairs, it's just an old tale about you helping the forest fae to escape, and of course, making sure her gem was safe. But it was said that she disappeared off and transformed into human in Vallaki, but it was a long time ago. Are they still alive?
They are.
You know who it is?
I know her. Have you not met her yet? Long ago, she was in Vallaki, but I know she's gone to Kresk since.
I have no idea.
Give me a second.
The abbess?
The abbot is the holy person of the thing. I think it has to. It's either the potion girl's sister or it's
No,
the
because that's
one
sister with the other one. They grew up together. I don't think it's that one.
the one we never met that knew more about the abbot. What was her name? It was lost in while we went up there. We never went to see her.
Who?
It was one person we never went to see that knew more about the abbot, but we went up the hill never to see her. I don't remember call the name.
But just said it, but it still doesn't ring a bell.
Was Lila the one that we never met in Kresk?
Yeah.
I also don't think I remember that name.
It was just a short thing. Bo said, "Oh, the burgomaster of that town said, oh, the abbot is blah blah blah. Maybe you should go and see Lila. She knows more about the guy." And then we never met. Went there. Just went straight up the hill.
Okay.
So it's either this Lila or the abbot herself.
No, he said it's like.
I think the habit is a man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not that the Fae couldn't make themselves to whomever they wish.
Well, you mustn't tell her I told you this.
Secret
We'll
is
make
safe
sure
with
to
us.
keep your name out of conversations.
Do you know what happened to the rest of the Fae? We know.
There's tales that have been told, but nothing definitive. No truth to some of the stories that have been told. It is said that one ran to the swamp, but it's hard to travel in that land.
It was Strahd who made the Fae run or die. Is that right?
Yes.
What if the devil himself locked up one of the Fae inside the Ember Temple?
I mean, it's possible. We haven't been there too much. I've scouted it myself, but it's very hard to see. And while I was flying, I could hear flapping of something large, almost like it was hunting me, or at least keeping me out of the sky.
Ooh.
It's the rock, the big bird that terrorized the pass.
Wait, do you think the rock is the same beast as the flapping sound? Or maybe the rock is one and this flapping sound is another, and the Ember Temple actually has two guardians?
I believe it was the rock, but getting near that region, he definitely keeps things out of the sky.
Oh, okay.
Do you know the Forest Fae's real name?
No?
Yeah, Fae are really good at keeping their names hidden.
I would as well.
I just told you it.
Lila is the name of. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could be
Okay,
that they were under a guise of a.
I'm
like a
laughing
hidden-
because I like it's right here in front of my face, and I said, yeah, it's Lila.
I just wouldn't keep my real name if I was hiding for someone. That was
Yeah, maybe that's this guy's name.
It's a fake name.
She's been Lila all I've known her. Lila, pants on fire.
I knew a lady once, her name was Amethyst. But the whole time she was a flippin' geode.
Knowing the
Didn't
Fae, would you know anything about Fae teleportation magic?
There were old circles that used to be used long ago, but it's magic that many don't seem to know anymore.
Do you?
I don't.
Damn it.
When you spoke about the Fae, you spoke of where the water Fae returned. But what of the mountain Fae? Do you know anything what happened to them?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they are inside the Amber Temple.
I don't know what happened to them. It's said that they were either driven off or killed, but we have been searching, but they seem to remain hidden. If they are still here.
I don't think I've asked this before, but have you come into contact with anyone like me before?
Not directly, but there's creatures almost like you that lurk within the swamps.
Are there swamps on the east or the west?
You can see it east from Argynvost, where Berez used to be.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that swamp is created by Strahd. Curse the land. Where do people come from such a cursed place, Kyo?
I believe we were somewhat of a last line of defense. Clearly, the swamp has been corrupted. We were able to survive with what bits of our magic we were able to hold on to. There has to be some connection, some lingering presence or effect, or even I don't know. I can't believe that the presence of the Fae is completely destroyed. As bad as the land is, I don't think that my family or the Druids of Yesterhill would be able to continue to practice the things that we do if there was not some ember of Fey magic left in this world. As small as it may be. But if we have a chance to find and reinvigorate these gems, we must.
I agree. Faye will be a great ally.
Why does this low-key feel like a Final Fantasy mission where we have to find the stones and reinvigorate them?
When the day does come, if you do get them all, we will stand with you and fight if you plan on storming Ravenloft.
Will you allow us then to keep your gem? Should we retrieve it? Or do you need it returned until the time comes?
The winery is so destroyed, even if we had the gem, it's going to take weeks, maybe months to retill the ground and get it ready for growth. That's if we can even recover it.
Okay. If we recover it, when we recover it. When we'll keep it then and return it to you when the land is freed.
I suggest you do it soon. I don't think the druids are going to wait much longer.
We should depart at once.
I think we should eat, gather up some supplies, and then
Eat? I've been
leave
eating.
tonight. I don't think we should mess around anymore. We've already let the vineyard down once.
I certainly agree.
Wait, so we're headed to the vineyard first, though, right?
There is no vineyard anymore. It
Or
was
like
destroyed
the
when we
remains
left.
of it, so that way we can like take out the bad guys there, and they can at least get started.
And to clarify,
Yeah.
sorry, to clarify, they said the Wicker Man was becoming stronger. Has the Wicker Man moved to the vineyard, or is he still at Yester Hill?
No, he's not moved at all yet. They've been
Okay.
building him up larger, it seems. Bringing more wood, tooling the land around him, building structures to crane themselves up, and just
Okay.
Yes, not a pretty sight.
Okay. So yeah, we can swing by the vineyard if we feel that it's necessary, but we should get to Yester Hill as quickly as possible.
Are
Are
they
they not
gonna-
memorized? Are they in opposite directions, or are they in the same
No,
direction?
same way. We have to move past the vineyard to get the Yester
Oh yeah,
Hill.
let's take out the vineyard on the way there.
Yeah.
Well, I think we all need a meal and some drinks. Saw that
All right.
Monster Hunter was down in the bar.
Back down to the tavern you guys go then?
No, I stay in
Yeah.
the room.
Okay.
Oh.
We lost Aaron.
Bye, Aaron.
He was pissed off now. We went to the bar.
He said, oh yeah.
I'm not going to the bar. Screw you guys. Click.
Fuck you guys. No bar. Only pies.
You guys see the line where it's like, so no head? And he slams the phone in the crowd.
Okay, my headphone's about to die, so I just switched to my phone.
Okay.
While it charged.
It's funny because you asked us if we can go to the bar. We said no, and you just left the call. We were like, shit.
So
I'm
as
getting
you
my own
guys
whiskey.
head down to the tavern, and Icarus stays up in the room, not wanting to disrupt anyone. You guys notice that Rictavio seems to be talking to many of the patrons right now, as they are just grossly invigorated by his story, especially the younger kids.
Well,
As he kind of finishes up the story and says, I need a drink, something to quench me, as he steps down off the stage.
well, can we invite him to our table?
You could.
How about a pie for these trying times?
Better stop with them.
Please don't
pies
eat that
and-
pie.
He joins you guys at the table that you picked out. No, thank you on the pie. I'm good, thank you. I've been watching my figure. But I will
Well-
take a drink.
Who's got the journal?
Either you or Raven. I don't believe I took. Well, besides the lightning bolt thing, I don't believe I took anything from the tower.
I would guess, as the resident bookmonger, you have the book.
It's not in my inventory, so I'm pretty sure I didn't take it.
Or maybe it's not even an item.
It was because I wasn't in the session. It's probably.
It is not an item.
See what I told you?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I mean,
Well.
you still could have grabbed it, so.
So I'm just gonna lay this book on the table and well, I do believe that you and this guy may be the same person.
It looks like it's a great adventure book. Do you say that because we both tell great stories? What makes you come to this conclusion?
It was a letter we found in the tower from a certain someone with fiery red hair that you may know.
I think you have me mistaken for somebody else.
I think not. I do believe
What
this
makes you
person
say
and you
that?
are the same.
Why?
Well, there's a monster hunter in this region, and this speaks of a guy with the letters RR, which peculiarly there's a horse out in the stable that has these very letters inscribed in its saddle. You
Hmm.
wouldn't say that's your horse?
I'd say that's quite the coincidence.
What about the stables?
What about them?
Well, there's a wagon there, isn't there?
I do have a wagon at the stockyard right now. It's for my business. What are you getting at?
I'm looking for the vampire hunter, Rudolf van Richten. And we might need his aid as we are both looking for a certain someone.
I've got to take a piss. Let's go talk about this outside, huh?
Sure.
And then he pulls you outside, and as you get outside, he puts his wrist like right up at your neck. What are you getting at? Are you with them? As he's got a dagger that's slid up from under. What sound?
You
I don't
went
have
to the
one.
restroom.
Hey, someone's about to take a leak.
A dagger comes out of his wrist, and he says, "Are you with them? Are you with the Vistani?"
Yeah?
Well, which Vistani
I
are you
just had
talking
two.
about?
Yeah, the hand thing.
I can't really hear you, Aaron.
Dang it. Okay, I have the hand thing.
The what
You
thing?
sound really muffled.
The hand thing. Let me see what hand. Oh yeah, we got this scar in our hand that shows that we're made a initiation ritual with.
And
the
tattoo,
blue.
yeah.
I don't think he asked, are you with the Vistani in a positive way? I don't know if you want to own up to being with them.
The red Vistani took his.
He's got a dagger to your neck. He's like, are you with the Vistani? And you're like, yes, here is my initiation stuff.
As he
Why is
treats
he
you-
so much larger than the rest of us?
Because
It's
he's
a power
huge.
play. I'll make it smaller in a second. I'm trying to
He's
find
just
it.
closer to the camera.
I'm teasing.
But he kind of sticks a knife in you and says, if you're with them, you're not with me. Now state your business or die.
Well, my condolences for your family and what happened to them. Getting sold off to a vampire and such.
You don't know anything.
Our business is, of course, to make sure that this region's tyrant is taken care of. And peace is restored to Barovia.
My son he didn't deserve it. I won't stop until every Vistani bastard is killed. And I won't stop until every monster that I find along the way dies with it.
Well, you didn't kill Esmeralda, and she turned out to be one of them, right?
Esmeralda she's not like them.
You're
She's
talking
different.
you're talking about the Vistani that helped out Strahd in the past, right?
It's all of them. Disgusting filth.
I do believe
But-
there is a difference between the different tribes of Vistani.
That might be the case. I have bigger issues, bigger fish to fry now. I plan on killing the devil, whatever it takes.
Well, what will it take?
I've got some research so far. Perhaps when the party winds down, your group can come to my room and we can share knowledge, try to get to the root of this.
Agree. Any ally that we can gather in this fight.
As he finally drops the knife and lets go of you, your throat.
Walk back inside. And order another round of drinks for everyone. How much are the drinks?
I would say that they kind of are getting close to a cutoff limit, but given how thankful Erwin is, and especially Danica for seeing most of her family members again, she'll give you a round of drinks for free.
Cheers to new friends.
Cheers.
Well, everyone, cheers. I want to, if I can, spend an hour learning the purify food and drink that I had already 1 hour on. So I was just missing the second hour.
Okay. As the night gets a little bit later, anyone else want to talk about anything or do anything while you guys are sitting around the table, or just into the room? Excuse me.
It sounded bubbly.
It was. There's a little foamy from my Pepsi.
Wait, how many days left till my curse ends? Badly.
Badly.
Currently, you are.
21?
It's the 24th right now. Whoops, I'm not trying to fast forward time. So you have about 7 days. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 5 days. Each month has 28 days in it. So 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. And wait, what happened to the fucking thing?
So all the moon thingamajigs moved around, I think, because
Yeah,
these
they
are not
did.
the moons I remember at all.
Yeah, they definitely aren't.
Yeah.
Here, should we just go based off? Fuck, dude. What? I don't know what happened. Because I remember it was like the second column of the next month, like that first.
Did it synchronize with your moon in real life?
No, it shouldn't have. I don't know.
And it is 795, right?
The
this
735 for the year? Is that what you asked?
No, the year total. It's 795 in the calendar. For me, at least. Is that really the calendar year, or did we jump a couple of years? Because that might be why it's not matching.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with this, honestly and truly. I didn't.
Yeah, because I don't
Sorry,
see
go
my
ahead.
note for the
Oh yeah, you're right.
anymore. The thing that I cast. I was
Yeah.
actually looking for it earlier today.
I haven't adjusted anything. I have not.
And my notes are gone as
updated
well.
my phone. Oh, that's fucking frustrating.
But the current year is 795, yeah? So you haven't jumped 40 years in the future.
No. It's 735. So the thing
Excellent.
jumped like 60 years in the future.
Yeah.
We're
Thank
all
you.
so
There
old
we are.
now.
Okay. Okay.
Every time I move the date, the moon stays on me. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's our note for the 10th, ends werewolf.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I got my notes in Ottajavar, which is the wrong month.
Yeah.
Never mind. I mean, it's
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
however many
to be
days you
honest.
say it is, it's fine.
I don't know. I thought
think-
it would. I'll have to go back and watch the video. I know you do still have a few days though.
Yeah. Oh, you can ask him if there's any monster to kill, Aaron. Going up with a monster hunter.
Is that what you guys are doing? Sorry, that threw me off.
No, you were asking if anyone in the party had some last things they wanted to do before go anywhere else. Like at the room with Rudolph.
Mhm.
Aaron, are you alive? He did.
All right. So, would you guys all just go up to the room then? I'm assuming. Okay. Back to the same room. Okay.
I'm
Are we all
definitely gonna.
sharing room?
What's up?
Well, we were going to his room first, right?
Yeah, this is his room essentially.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to put a new map up or. So yeah, he brings you guys into his room. You see that it's definitely nicer than your room. The beds, you guys were sleeping on are twins, but his room or his bed seems to be a queen size mattress. There's a beautiful chest in the room. On the desk, you see a journal that definitely has worn and wear on it, and it seems to be freshly used as there's a quill and a pen next to it. So, what do you know?
We got teleported into his castle and know the bottom floor layout. He had interest in us, I don't know why. But from judging from your drawings of the people that, like his consorts and what brides and such, it seems to be accurate. There's obviously more dangers within the castle. This disgusting looking dog, as well as, well, he has taken a few prisoners as well, as of late.
That seems to line up with what I have so far as well. I've been trying to keep a low profile, but it's becoming harder, especially now that you guys are here.
So how did you get this information about his brides? How did you know?
I've been studying them, trying to track them when I can, gathering what information I can from those that have dealt with them or any hearings.
Oh, so they do venture outside the castle.
They do. In fact, Ludmilla, she has something that seems to be taking her interest near Solenka.
Oh.
How do you
Solenka.
spell that name?
TSO.
Solenka.
It's a path that goes to the Amber Temple.
Oh yeah, the name of the girl.
Ludmilla.
It's Ludmilla Volenta Anastasia. And Escher is the consort. So what happened with you and Esmeralda? Why did you split?
I have grown old, and Bitter in my age, I felt she was still young and had much to live for. She did not need this life of hatred that fuels me every day, so I left her.
I'm sorry to say, but it seems like she has continued.
What do you mean?
Well, we received a note from her that she came back to the tower. And was looking
She's in
for you.
Barovia.
She is? I mean,
I
I
do
don't know
not-
where she's at right now. She did leave a note.
I do not come from this land, as I'm assuming none of you do. But this place
Just
is
me.
a little bit closer to home. Yes, then you understand. We live in a place that many have called the domains of dread. At
Excuse
least
me?
that's what I begin to call it.
What does that even mean?
Well,
Excuse
you might think that this place is just your land surrounded by mist, but beyond the mist, there's even more. And that's where I came from. After my plight to get my son back failed, I heard the name Strahd von Zarovich. And hearing the tales, I came in hopes to end his reign. But when I entered Barovia, it seemed that the mist have trapped me in here. So I took up the guise of Rictavio, and I began to tell tales that I have heard or done along my way. Tried to lay low, just take note of whatever I could.
What have you learned of defeating them?
He tells you the same weaknesses that you guys know about vampires already. And that's kind of the main thing. Is there anything specific you wanted to know?
It's just whether or not he's tougher to beat than the other vampires. Does it
Oh,
like does all the rules apply to him as other vampires?
they do, but I have also not had many interactions with him. I've tried to, like I said, not be seen. So I don't have as much information on him. In fact, I almost have none.
We haven't found out much as well, not the least that I can recall. However, the keep does, like his castle, it had a warning that you should not stay up after dark in there. Do you know why?
I'm assuming he locks the doors and whatever hides within the walls chases whatever's inside. It's probably a game from him. That's how Strahd sounds. He's grown almost bored with the land. That is what I think, at least. He has to keep himself occupied. Which is maybe why he's taken such an interest in you. As he looks at all of you.
I guess we're just new toys to him to pester and play around.
Yes, but he will not hesitate to break you if he gets done playing with you. You're not the first group of adventurers I've seen come. There was some that came in recently. Well, it was mainly just one.
Just one person alone?
He spoke of a group that he was traveling with. Seemed hell-bent on rage.
What was the name of this person?
He said his name was Lucian.
Oh shit!
And this time I actually mean Lucian.
Yeah.
And that name you hear, Raven, and it your ears prick up. Yes, he said he was going to Perez to avenge his family, or so it was something along the lines of that. Had some relic he wanted to find for his ancestors, and that was the last I'd seen of him.
So look to Raven. Like, I'm not going to divulge into Raven's personal stuff.
I mean, I already told the group about my former party members, I think.
I was
at the
just
very
going to
least-
ask if you had, yeah.
It was more if
I've-
you wanted to divulge to Rudolph if that your friend is a
I see.
captive of Strahd and so forth. I didn't know if that was information that you wanted him to know.
I don't know how much we trust this guy. I mean, he has a tiger, which is quite nice, but he nearly stabbed you, which is not very nice.
He made a guy.
I think I'll give him the halfway. I'll look to Rudolph and be like, I used to know Lucian. He was always rough around the edges, but I think the death of many of his friends pushed him further towards insanity. If you do come across him, don't feel bad to put him down. He's borderline feral at this point.
He seemed to be rather angry. Spoke of having to bury one of his own comrades and a fight that had caused between the group, but he was very angry he kept mentioning Raven, that he wanted to kill Raven.
Man, sucks for whoever that is. Oh. It's like a DC 8 insight check if Rudolph wants to figure out it's me.
If he has a passive insight greater than 8.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely would. But, I mean, I'll roll anyway, just because. Because it's fun to roll. Oh, yeah. He kind of gives you like, what is that? Whimsical?
Quizzical?
Quizzical, yeah, thank you. Gives you a quizzical look, Raven. Like, raises an eyebrow, like, definitely second guessing what you said. Is there something you're not telling me?
Yeah, there's thousands of things I'm not telling you because I don't know you.
I don't really know you either.
Cool, and I bet there's lots of stuff that you're not telling me, right? Like, people don't... It's the reason why bathrooms have doors. Some stuff is not to be known by complete strangers.
I guess I'm just asking why you're here then. What do you wish to know?
We want to know if, even though we don't know each other too well, whether or not you're someone that would be willing to join in the fight that we're looking to take, not now, but in the future. And it sounds like you are, but maybe we need to do a bit of like team bonding in the meantime. You want to come kill a giant twig monster and help save the druids?
If Esmeralda is here, I must find her. But seeing how these people are, it might be good for me to stay. The kids seem to like my stories.
I mean, if it's Esmeralda you're looking for, I heard she was kidnapped by a giant tree.
Really?
This is the truth. I'm gonna try and trick him into coming with us.
Are you gonna
Who
roll
is-
persuasion?
Am I allowed?
Deception, I mean.
Deception is it?
Yeah.
I mean, who's
is
to
like-
say that it's really deceptive that Raven did not hear that within their own mind?
as it was coming out of their mouth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my presence for
Oh
an
yeah, if you click on that
extra-
now, I should have set it up, and it should roll your charisma, and then adjust the D8 on the end.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
To be fair, I'm not. It's all of them except deception, so we'll have to ignore the one. So it's 19 instead of 20.
Okay.
It says
Um,
intimidation or persuasion or performance.
And this
Yeah,
is
but not
deception.
deception, yeah.
Oh yeah, you rolled a 1 on the D8.
Yeah, it covers 3 of the 4. I knew it covered almost all of them, so I clicked it, and turns out it doesn't.
Well, if this is the case, I need to gear up, tidy up some things in town. Where is this?
Have you heard of Yester Hill?
Of course, I've heard of Yester Hill.
Nice. Well, we're planning to leave either tonight or tomorrow morning. We could travel together on the road, and maybe then during the next few days you'll come to trust us more, and we'll come to trust you more, and then we fight side by side and see where it goes from there.
I might have to join you, but it won't be long. There's just some things, like I said, I need to take care of, and I can meet you. You've met my horse.
And wasn't he just the best?
A good horse.
All right.
Whom was it that left the caravan outside of the wizard's tower? Was that you?
I haven't been to that tower in some time. Stopped there on my way in.
Oh.
That was kind of where I was for a while before I got my footing.
We heard that someone stuck a scroll to the door. I mean, I guess it could have been Esmeralda, but what do you know of this?
I don't know anything about that. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe it was a trick, or maybe it was a plant. What was the scroll?
I don't remember who asked. It was some sort of Fey teleportation scroll.
Do you have it with you?
I'm looking at whomever has that wants to take over. I don't remember who else.
I don't.
Did Icarus take it?
No. I read it, but then handed it back.
I don't think we had a scroll from the front of the tower. I think it was just
No.
a trap if you failed the puzzle.
The scroll was on the tower. Victor took it when he was there to scrounge for magical things. So when we met him over at the Hag's Tower, he showed us the scroll on the ground. I think he picked it up, and he told us the story how he found it to the door at the tower, how he came into his possession.
Then we can assume Kearkley has it if they're the only person
Yeah.
anyone remembers touching it.
Yeah. But I thought it was... Wasn't it burnt?
No, Icarus was able to use it.
Oh, if he used it, then it's gone.
No, I didn't use it. I tried to replicate one of the circles, but then it went wrong, and I ate shit.
Well, it stands to reason that it's a reusable scroll, since the Victor was able to use it, and it was still there once he's teleported over to the Forest Faint Circle.
Maybe more than a scroll is just instructions of how to do the circles.
Yeah. I think that was how I felt.
Okay.
That was the impression that I got. It was more instructional than it was like a magic spell scroll. Is that correct, Bo?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have it to me, I do want to add it to your... I don't know if you have it in your inventory, but it doesn't get lost.
I still have the BDSM mask in my my
stuff.
We're gonna hand it over
Why-
for him to take a look or no?
I can show it to him, yes. I'm not sure where I got this spell scroll of absorb elements. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
I'll have to go back and look. Okay, but I will show it to him, yes. I won't hand it to him, but I will move over and while holding it, unroll it so that he can look at it.
What a weird thing to do to someone. Just let him hold it, you weirdo.
I don't. No, this thing is.
Cranes his head to read it. I can make out some of this, but I'm not too familiar with this language.
Is an ancient druidic language.
Yes, I've not come across anything like this.
It had did it have, and I apologize, did it have all of the symbols drawn on it?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you come across any of these symbols in your time here?
I've seen etchings in various places that seem long since forgotten or abandoned, but nothing prevalent or in the towns. Not here in Vallaki.
No, but you've seen them in the world? Like
Yes.
etched into stones or buildings or the... can you... I would very much like to know where you have seen them, if you can remember.
Yeah, one of them was on a signpost. It seemed to just be carved in on the back of the wood. It seemed to point off towards Yester Hill. Another seemed to be just on some stone around the tower that I used to reside in, but outside of that, I haven't been that far south. Many of the places I've gone have been the eastern region before setting back to Vallaki. Those are kind of the only two that I've ran into.
Which was the second one?
At the Wizard's Tower. The first one was on like a signpost carved kind of in the crossroads where you guys went to the winery. That's where you think he's describing.
And it was on or by the tower. That's where I saw it.
Yeah, he said it was kind of carved in on a stone, nestled in along the river, not riverbank, but the shore.
That might be pointing if it's close to the shore to the water face.
Well, I suppose there's no sense hiding to you anymore. As you see him take his hat off, and emerging is an even older man. This is what I've been using to hide myself. This is what I truly look like.
He pulled off an Icarus.
I am Rudolph Van Richten. But you know that.
It's a real nifty hat you got there.
Yes, it's able to disguise me quite well.
So along
Damn,
our
what a-
travels, we've seen your symbols once before, or twice before.
Yes.
The cane.
I left that in the manor. Thought I would just be stopping in for a night to rest, and then before I knew it, I was getting attacked by armors and other things, and I could hear some shouting from the basement, and didn't have a chance to get my cane back. Honestly, I forgot about it.
What does the cane do?
Well, it would help me walk, primarily, but it had a little button on the inside of the handle. If you pressed it, a rapier would emerge from it.
Oh, that's cool. Where did you say you dropped this? Because we can get it back for you, but like,
Lushtvian has it, and he went to Strahd.
oh fuck that guy. He stole so much of our stuff as well. Actually, that could be our mutual bonding of the dislike of both. I guess is it still illegal to say the guy's name in town? Because we're back in town now. Anyway, the big guy in the castle, but also Ludwig. Fuck that guy.
Yes, we got one additional question for you. One of our fellow members here is looking for a beast to slay. Is it not, Ents?
What kind of beast are you trying to slay?
Ents?
It's late. He passed out on the
Yeah.
bed. He's laying on Nightmare.
Not
One
that.
that-
I have like more. I have one more kid over for a play date, so I'm
Oh,
trying
no
not to
worries,
be like
man.
you hear screaming the whole time.
Okay.
But yeah, no. I mean, I've been listening to what you guys have been saying. It's just.
No, you're good, man.
Oh yeah,
You got
it was only if you wanted to ask the monster hunter, do you need to slay
No,
a
I'm
monster?
not. No, I've been quiet on purpose. I'm
Ah.
gonna turn into a werewolf, guys, in a few days. I don't need the monster hunter to
No,
see
no,
a
because
person.
you're actively hunting a monster right now.
Yeah, but I
and the
keep
two
thinking
of
he's
you
gonna
could-
kill me the moment I mention it. That's why.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm gonna.
That's it. It's just like I feel like the moment I ask, "Hey, how do you stop a person from becoming a werewolf?" He's like, "Well, what's the situation?" And then
Yeah,
he's
why
gonna
do you
look at me and pull out a dagger and stab me. So that's why he's the last person I'm asking for help.
Well, he might know of a monster you can kill. You don't. You say that you want some glory or something.
Oh, no,
I
but
don't
we're
know.
set on that. We have the people. Sorry, real quick. My logic has been this: we have the people at the winery, and we have the people further in with the Fae. So that's just why I've that question has been answered for me, and I don't want to possibly piss off the guy we want to be friends with.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been quiet, not just more of anything else, but just 'cause, like I'm listening and I have my answers already.
Hmm.
I don't need him to be the guy trying to kill me. I just bad memories. I don't need that.
You just 1v1 Strahd and you kill him. Boom.
I'm not suicidal yet, which is why usually when I joke about saying his name, I haven't said it yet. And I'm usually the one to make the joke.
Yeah.
But 100%, I would be laying on his bed with Nightmare because it's a bigger bed and I don't care what he says. That part I don't care about.
Okay.
Why do you have
Like,
a
there's
cat?
enough room.
Why do I have what?
A cat locked up in your caravan at the stockyards.
That's
That is not a cat, that is a tiger.
Oh,
Well, I had to really play into the disguise of a traveling entertainer.
Hmm.
But I also have been trying to train the cat to help me. It's not just a entertainment. Be a useful ally.
Train the cat to help you in what way?
I am not planning on just hiding here forever as a bard until I die out. I'm hoping now, with your group, that maybe things will change. And if you plan on taking the fight to Strahd von Zarovich, that I will be with you. I am not afraid of him or his name. And we will be with you.
I believe we'll need all the help we can get. It's good to see that our end goals align.
Hmm.
I don't want anyone to feel what I went through when I lost my son ever again. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Even those that I've slain. It is like dying 1,000 times over every day.
What kind of aid is the monkey then? If you train the cat to help you, what does the monkey do?
Oh, monkey's a good friend.
Okay.
Nicolo. Blinsky's been nice enough to watch him for me.
Why is he not allowed?
Well, I think they worry about him just getting into things or running around, or you've probably seen all the birds. I know that these ravens aren't what they seem.
Does
I'm
the
not sure
monkey screw with birds?
I think it was more of a no pets allowed type policy.
I see.
But surely you must be tired. I know I am after talking all day. In the morning, maybe we can reconvene. If you want, though, go through my journal. Maybe you can pick up on some things.
Love to.
Kind of you, thank you.
Okay. Do you want me to read it to you, or you want me to send it? Oh, I'm going to send it to you, but do you want me to read it?
Was this the same journal you read before?
No, you guys haven't heard this one.
Oh, okay. Read it.
I'd love
Okay.
to. I didn't want everyone else to hear it. I'd love to hear it.
After a decade apart, I crossed paths with her again. Esmeralda. Heroic's act of freeing me from Count Lugosi's dungeon likely saved my life. What? That's fucked up. That's totally just goes against what I told you guys. I've decided to disguise myself as a youthful Rictavio, a performer and entertainer seeking refuge in the mysterious town of Valaki. I plan to blend in with the locals and keep a low profile. However, this town is rife with political intrigue, and not all the inhabitants are who they appear to be. Some might even be Lord Strahd's allies or work for him directly. I can't help but wonder why Lord Strahd has disregarded Valaki, a place full of secrets and hidden agendas. Perhaps it poses no threat to him, or maybe some forces keep him away. Either way, I have to tread carefully and keep up my guard. I have been diligently jotting down notes about the various individuals in Valaki, but the more I uncover, the more unsure I become of who to trust. There is a deep undercurrent of intrigue and deception in this town. And then you see kind of bolded, Baron Varkas. For one, strikes me as a man with a twisted moral compass and an inflated sense of self-importance. He is a cunning politician who has banned mention of Lord Strahd's name and holds endless festivals in a feeble attempt to ward off the darkness. He rules with an iron fist, relying heavily on henchmen and the town guard to enforce strict laws. The people may be miserable under his regime, but they also feel a sense of security. The Baron's wife, on the other hand, seems to be more concerned with holding court for the lesser nobles in the village. Their son Victor gives pause as he seems to be dabbling into dark magic. I've witnessed more than one body being carried out of the Baron's manor by the caretaker, and the Baron is always hiring new servants. Lydia Petrovna, is the Baron's wife and Father Petrovich's sister. The Petrovna name has a connection to the Countess of Barovia, perhaps indicating a familiar relationship. Lydia occasionally hosts tea parties for minor nobles. Vasily once attended, causing a stir among the attendees. Many of the ladies present are infatuated with him, and I have heard it said it is not a special affair unless Vasily is not there. Isaac is the Baron's enforcer and runs the local guard, often dispensing brutal punishment to those who cross the Baron. He avoids Scran the leatherworker, who is known for his fighting skills. I have seen Isaac leading Blinsky's toy shop with a wrapped package, but Blinsky refuses to divulge its contents. Father Petrovich provides the only sense of hope and morality in Valaki. Many villagers attend his sermons, but he avoids taking side in the village political struggles. Despite his steadfast faith, he appears to be weighed down by a secret. The Martikovs. There is more to this family than meets the eye. They operate the Blue Water Inn and appear to be involved in secret meetings with travelers. Though they are not allies of the Vistani, their activities are no less suspicious. The extended family owns the Wizard of Wine vineyard, which is... I've said it wrong again. Vineyard. I don't know.
Vineyard is
correct.
Yeah, vineyard is
Okay.
correct.
It's
Which
fine.
has seen a decline in production.
Tomato.
I have heard strange noises coming from the attic above my room at the inn, but have not yet investigated. Despite the mysterious activities, the Markovs have been kind and welcoming me during my stay. Vasily von Holtz has aligned himself with Lady Wachter, but has also been spotted taking tea with the burgomaster's wife. He seems to avoid local politics and keeps a low profile in the village, only rarely leaving his manor. Despite Vasily von Holtz's reclusive nature, many of the young ladies in the village seem to hold him in high regard. Lady Fiona Wachter, from one of the older noble houses, is another political force in Vallaki. She has gained the support of many of the lesser noble houses and is convinced that it is her time to rule. She believes the Baron's provocation of Lord Strahd will bring darkness upon Vallaki. Lady Fiona holds Lord Strahd in high esteem, and I am uncertain whether she is allied with him or simply respects him in hopes of avoiding his wrath. Recently, she has been holding secretive meetings at her home late at night. Cloaked figures enter through the back entrance and don't leave until daybreak. Her husband has not been seen in months, and her daughter is rumored to be cursed. Ernst has been seen with Lady Fiona Wachter at odd hours and often sits alone at the Blue Water Inn, quietly observing. He also seems to have an interest in the town drunk, Jesper Noggins, and has been seen buying Jesper ale at the Blackwater Tavern while listening to Jesper's stories. I have noticed him following me on more than one occasion, but whenever I turn to look, he is nowhere to be found. Friedrich the Tailor is a great source of information on the noble families in Vallaki. During a fitting for a vest, he regaled me with information about the comings and goings of the wealthy in the village. Anya is the only half-elf in part Vistani in Vallaki, and operates a potion shop in the town square. She keeps to herself but appears to have a friend in Zella, the wife of the leatherworker. Isaac has recently taken an interest in her. Although his motives are unclear, I have learned that Anya's sister was once accused of witchcraft, but was saved from burning by many of the merchants in Vallaki. Anya's sister instead was merely exiled. Okay, this one I won't read because that's not here. Henrik van der Root is the town's coffin maker and a morose figure. I can't help but feel sympathy for him given his constant dealings with death. The gravedigger, Milivoje, often visits him, and I have seen cloaked figures meeting with Henrik in the stockyard late at night. Blinsky owns a toy shop. I was unable to keep my monkey, Piccolo, with me at the Blue Water Inn, and found him a new home with Blinsky. I visit him from time to time. Blinsky's a cheerful man who Piccolo has taken a liking to. He practices a type of low-level magic which he keeps confidential. He claims it adds some zest to his toys and seems harmless enough. There are others in Vallaki whom I haven't learned about, though, or can't trust. Skran Ragnar and his wife, Zella, own and operate the leather goods shop off the town square. Skran is a large man who Isaac fears and his wife associates with Anya. I haven't visited their store. Koenig Halfwinger is the Wainwright who owns the Cart and Wheel and is friends with Henrik van der Root. Walpole owns the bookstore and is likely an invaluable resource for information, but he keeps to himself and only occasionally visits with Friedrich. The Volumps are the jolly couple that owns the Blackwater.
Wait. Can you go back a little?
The Volumps?
No, more.
To where? Walpole?
Yeah.
Walpole owns the bookstore and is likely an invaluable source of information, but he keeps to himself and only occasionally visits with Friedrich.
That's it.
Was that the guy that wrote the history of Vallaki?
No, that's Harad.
Oh, then who's Friedrich?
The tailor.
Friedrich's the tailor. Walpole is the guy that runs the library and the bookstore.
Tailor.
Hold up.
Okay.
Oh.
Have we visited the tailor? I don't
Multiple
remember
times.
the name.
Smell of lavender in his store.
Yep.
Ah.
All right. Where were we at?
A Lobo's friend.
Yeah. They say hi, Jaden.
Hello. I thought you said Volump is a friend. It's like, huh?
The
Oh, no,
are the
Bo's
jolly
friend.
couple that owns the Blackwater Tavern. Hildegard is known for making the best pies in Vallaki and is also the town gossip. Beauregard, her husband, appears to be dabbling in magic, and they're attempting to adopt a child. Waylon is the town's blacksmith, an older but fit man who was once a guard in Vallaki. It is rumored he quit decades ago and became an apprentice to a dwarven adventurer who was also a blacksmith. Waylon's apprentice, Hor Ginch, has a bad attitude, and it's best to keep distance from him. Obviously, there were some parts in there that are a little bit different, but most of the other stuff stays. The stuff that I told you that he said is our canon.
Okay.
So we do have some updates here. While going over your journal, Rudolph, and it's of course that the Wachters were conducting rituals to summon a beast, and were in league with Strahd. And a lot of the people that were coming and going that were cloaked were citizens of Vallaki. For example, the cart, whatever. What's it called?
Yes, and bear in mind that I think you guys were supposed to find this PDF written thing like when you got here, but he will say, I know what has happened to the others because I like to stick my nose into things maybe where I should not be, but I've learned of what has happened at the festival. It was a bloodshed.
Sorry
So
about
as you
that.
keep close eye to these citizens, I am safe to guess that you kept a close eye on us visiting. And
Of course. Why do you think I bought you guys the drink that night and tried to learn a bit about you?
Rapey. What it is.
okay.
For Vallaki being a town where you're not allowed to use magic, there's an awful lot of shopkeepers that knows magic. Like you said, Blinsky, as well as one of the Volumps. I've been keeping this a secret.
I have no reason to speak on it. It was the Burgermaster's wishes, but with him gone, maybe things will change. Nothing's been definitive as of yet.
And a little bit of, a little bit of minor magic is very easy to hide.
I think that's how they were able to get away with it. It wasn't anything too big, and like with Blinsky, he just wanted to put a little fun into the world.
Good fun.
Do you think his intentions are pure?
I think so. That, or I don't know. Blinsky does not seem to be all right, all there in the head. But he
With
seems to be a good man.
With the magic now allowed, do you think Blinsky would be able to, well, we yet don't know if magic is allowed, but if it is, do you think Blinsky is capable of creating something much more powerful than the things he sells?
I don't know. He wouldn't even tell me what he was selling to Isaac. You might have to ask him yourself.
Fair enough.
But I need rest. We'll talk more in the morning.
Sure.
Okay.
We quite exhausted too.
Do you guys have any more questions before leaving him?
I don't think so.
Do you make your own weapons or do you buy them from somewhere?
I buy them from Wayland.
Okay.
Well, the weapons that I brought into town were my own, but once I lost my cane, I had to replace my rapier, so purchased that from Wayland.
Okay. Good shop.
Okay, Mia has a question. Didn't we find his cane? Didn't we find the rapier cane?
Ludwig has it when he stormed off into.
Oh. Okay. I thought we found something else. Okay. Even though we're staying in the inn, I think I want to take how actually okay. I'm only down 2 spell slots. I am going to choose not to rest tonight. Because I am still cautious about Van Richten.
Okay.
And I am going to make sure that he does not run off and leave us here in the night.
I hate you because I am going to do something tonight and you may witness it. And I cannot just change my mind and say, never mind, I won't do it.
Yeah, you
But
still have to do it. That's
I still have
hilarious.
to do it. Yeah, fuck.
Well, okay, so if it helps you,
No. You,
I'm not-
you
No,
feel
no, no.
free
He's
to
just
stay
he's
away.
lamenting on how interesting the circumstances. Not that
Yeah.
anything should change.
Well,
Yeah,
no. I was gonna say though, I'm not gonna stay in the room because we're not gonna be able to see him. I'm going to, and eventually the tavern will close. So I may have to, and I'm, a thick lady, so I can't just hide willy-nilly in a dark corner. I think I'm going to try to stay downstairs as long as possible, assuming that they don't make me leave. And then I'm going to try to find a place where I can see the tavern and the stable where his horse is. I just want to make sure he doesn't leave without us. Like, as much as he seems to be on board with helping us, I don't want him to, just take what information we have shared with him and run off in the middle of the night.
Like, would you be across the street?
I think I'm going to be moving around. I'm not going to be in one static place.
Okay. Well, let's wait until everyone says what are they doing for the night and see how our thing plays. Cause god damn it.
Sorry, I don't trust him. Keikli does not trust him.
All right, Icarus, what are you doing? Well, what is everyone else doing before bed?
Yeah.
Raven, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and figure out whether or not Raven, because we got a bunch of stuff, but it looked like a couple of potion bottles, like a scroll, some dust, and then a pair of gloves. Do I have any reason whatsoever to think that those gloves are good items?
I mean, I think the way that he would have given them to you, you would know that they're more than just gardening gloves or climbing gloves or adventuring gloves. You would know that there's definitely more of a purpose to them than just for protecting your fingers.
Okay, I want to figure out who has them, and I want to swipe them off of them.
Can we just drop it into the party token? You can pick it up.
I mean, you could have been the one that grabbed them, Raven.
Could have.
I don't even remember where we found them. Yeah, I don't have any need. I don't have a need for them.
Icarus doesn't like gloves.
Icarus doesn't like gloves.
He wants his creepy skeletal fingers to be seen by everyone.
Yeah.
So the gloves going to Raven?
Sure.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Anyone else ends? What are you doing before bed?
I am going to, you know what? Wish they had like milk, because milk goes really good with pie. But one thing though, I guess I'm gonna ask, how much would it cost for me to pay for my own room?
They don't have any more rooms.
God damn it.
Because Raven and Icarus have both rented their own room.
Oh, cool. Icarus is his own room. That's all that matters then. I will stay in the room that's available.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Eyes, are you doing anything before bed?
unattuning to the Night Stalker if I can.
Okay.
And of course, swapping spells. Or, I don't know if I pray in the morning to swap the spells, or if that works.
Yeah,
but-
pray in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know what's great about light armor though? I can sleep in it, so I'm just stretching it out right now.
Okay, Icarus, what are you doing?
I will, because it is 6 hours sleep and 2 hours light activity. I will first sleep 3 hours and wake up in the middle of the night. Go out of my room,
Not
go
fucking
down
creepy at
to
all.
the bar, and if there's nobody around, I will leave the tavern.
Yeah, the bar is empty at the moment. There's not even Danica's up with how late in the night you went.
Yeah, that would be 1 or 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see Kiakli anywhere in the little portion of the tavern that I have walked?
I will let her decide that.
Well, let's see how well I can hide.
Where are you at 2 a.m.?
So why can I not open my sheet from there? Okay. I will say that I am moving around from I think I'm kind of wandering around. I'm kind of wandering around from his room down into the tavern and then outside to the stables. And I don't know, maybe moving every 30 minutes or so. I don't know. I've personally never stalked someone, so I don't know how realistic that is. But that's what we're going to say is happening. So let me see how well I am hiding myself.
For passive perception, because I'm not actively looking for anyone hiding. I have no idea.
It's
Okay,
okay.
you're not hiding at all.
I'm not. I believe that I'm not. I don't want to necessarily say that with that 7, I'm like clanking around because it's the middle of the night. I'm definitely being cautious and I'm being as quiet as possible. But I think that you can see what I'm doing and you would have no problem avoiding me.
Yeah, my passive perception is
Your
either
tail sticking
11
out.
or 14. For passive perception, if you're proficient in perception, do you add your proficiency?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
So I have 14 passive perception, so I have no problem on seeing you walking around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All
So,
right.
yeah. And I'm not looking for you. I am specifically watching for him. So I think I am fine with saying that I'm around, I'm doing my stuff, but I think you're able to hide from me as long as you don't make some big showy light explosion, then I might see you.
Seeing the Kiakli is now around, I'm gonna try to be stealthy and go to a sector of the town that is away from her.
Okay, so you guys are both trying to hide from one another.
Well, I'm sticking around just the tavern
Okay.
and the stables outside it.
I am actively trying to be not noticed.
Okay. Yep,
So,
you're able to get away.
And as I go to a pretty dead sector of the town, preferably to one the abandoned one where the people sleeps in the street,
Okay.
I'm gonna approach the most common commoner that I can see, and just witness what happens to them.
Okay. As you just walk up, you see its body just shrivel up like a prune, its eyes squish into its head. All the blood just evaporates into the ground as it just contorts and twists and drops backwards.
And I'm just gonna and walk back into my room.
My friend's probably like, what the fuck do you guys do for 3 hours?
But yeah, I'm just gonna laugh at it and walk back into my room and sleep the other 3 hours that I have left to
Okay.
do it.
As you guys all begin to rest through for the night, Iser, you feel yourself drifting off into sleep, but suddenly you feel like you're rocking on a boat as you wake up and you can feel yourself surrounded by your sister and your brother around you. And they look at you and they say, "Why did you let us die?" As the water gets worse and just in front of it, a kraken just comes up and envelops the boat. As you wake up, as that happens for about an hour, you will not get the benefits of the rest. And you feel your full HP reduced by that. You kind of... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It was a hit and roll.
Oh, cool.
So
guys.
let me reduce my hit points back
So
again.
it ends as you're drifting off into sleep and you feel like you're resting. You find yourself in a forest and you start to begin walking as out of the woodworks there's blights that seem to be just surrounding you. And you try to just run off, but they catch you with some twigs and they surround you, and you just feel your arms get developed back as these blights just force themselves into your mouth as you become a tree. As you wake up, same deal, you won't get the effects of a full rest. As you feel your HP reduced
Guys,
by...
we only have
Oh,
one
that
dot
first
each.
one.
That's 2 dots.
So your HP will be 52 minus...
Is it
can't
HP
do
max or is it reduced?
Yeah, it's your max.
Okay. So
So your max is reduced by 1 and is reduced by
thank you.
9. But you all wake up in the morning, some of you more rested than the others, and that will be where we end the session today.
So I do get the long rest and my thing doesn't get reduced.
Wait,
You weren't affected. It was only Iser and Ends that seemed to be affected by whatever this was.
okay, I'll take that.
Yahoo! Killing
Oh.
people is worth it.
And me. Well, only. Well, I have a level of exhaustion because
Yeah,
I stayed
you
up all
will.
night.
And I'll apply that to you. But cool.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone.
Trying to roll back all the things I got from a long rest. You got no benefit, no spells, no nothing.
No.
Lay on hand,
benefit of
pull
a
down.
long rest.
Oh,
Hello.
Ends
Divinity
and
0.
Iser, actually, if you guys look at them in the morning, they look utterly exhausted, like they'd seen a ghost.
But
This sucks,
it's not
guys.
morning yet. That's for next session.
That's no good.
Wait, how does this work? Okay,
All right,
take
family,
off.
I love you guys. I would normally hang out, but I don't want to keep
I
my
know.
friend waiting any longer.
it's all
Yep.
good. Have a good